Hello, hello. There we go. Oh my god, my mic wasn't working this whole time. Good thing I noticed. Yeah. Welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been about... last we touched this was back in January. So, yeah. It's been a bit. But, we're gonna get back to it. We're close to the end, I think. We got about 4 chapters left? So, yeah, probably another 3 to 4 streams. So, yeah, let's just get into it. I need to remember how to do Shiki's voice. I'm sure it'll come to me. Oh, straight away. Give me a second. Let me hydrate a little. Yeah. It was like... I'm dreaming. Like that, maybe? That sounds a bit too deep. Anyway. A hazy and indistinct dream. As though I'm watching it through a layer of caramelized sugar. Oh. Dreams of Etiquette. Do I desire her? Oh. I don't know. I must have had some reason to. There must have been some story behind why I feel this way. My mind is such a mess right now that I can't even recall who I used to be. Still, even though my thoughts are in such disarray, it's an undeniable fact that I have feelings for her. Oh, Ciel. Do I love her? I'm not so sure anymore. I want to see her and talk to her again as soon as I can. And yet, these bold wishes of mine, ones I hold dear from the bottom of my heart, are wavering. She's precious to me, but thinking about what I am to her scares me. Oh. After my lethal tryst with Etiquette at her apartment, it became painfully evident to me what kind of person I am. There's no room for debate here. Vampires may be man-eating monsters, but my eyes are also an inexcusable evil. As someone who ought never have been born, I should have just disappeared that night, washed away by the rain. Oh, but there was someone who told me that I could atone for my sins. That helping hand of hers meant more than anything to me. But I found that I didn't want to love her so much as I wanted not to make her sad. That's why... I'm not so sure anymore. All I wanted was to see her smile. So why? Why did she make the face? The one face I absolutely didn't want to see. Was it all my fault? Oh. I think I remember last time Etiquette and Ciel had the argument at the park. I mean, Etiquette's gone pretty much now. She was like, "Baka, get out of here!" But yeah, Ciel slit her throat and was like, "Yeah, look, I'm not human. It just heals back." So, I mean, understandable to be a bit, you know. I'm greeted by the morning sunshine, along with the sound of Hisui calling out to me.
シキ様、お目覚めのお時間です。どうかお気を確かに。
My sunken consciousness begins to stir. Her voice is emotionless, yet firm, as though she were uttering a prayer, relying on it to guide me. I dredge my thoughts up from the depths. Put your glasses on, boy. I must still be tired after everything that happened yesterday. A horrible dull pain runs through my temple as soon as I open my eyes. It's because you're not wearing glasses.
おはよう、翡翠。今朝もありがとう。時間はちょっと余裕ないかな。すぐに着替えて食堂に行くよ。
I roll out of bed, still wearing my pajamas. My head is still pounding, but it ought to clear up soon enough. Moment the screen flashed, a Nintendo. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Stupid Nintendo getting in the way. I understand. But yeah, welcome. Yeah, we're continuing the Tsukihime Ciel route. So yeah.
シキ様、メガネはおかけにならないのですか?
Yeah, Shiki's been forgetting his glasses lately.
ああ、かけるよ。ちょっと頭痛がするから忘れてた。
シキ様、今朝もご気分が優れないのですか?
大丈夫。頭痛はすぐに収まる。体調だって悪くないし、ここのところ調子はいい。考え事があって、ちょっと寝不足なだけなんだ。
Has been going out late. I'm sure I don't look all that healthy to Isui. In truth, I don't even have the strength to put on a brave front. Whether I'm asleep or awake, I can't stop thinking about how I parted ways with Ciel-senpai. Eliminating Uro's remaining offspring was supposed to be my top priority, but I can't focus on that or the way Etiquette was acting last night at all.
では、学校はお休みにならないのですね。
ああ、行くよ。急がないと遅刻しちゃうけど。
School is the only place that links me to senpai. I can't stay home just because I have a headache.
かしこまりました。それでは、どうかご無理をなさらぬようお願いします。
Hopefully Ciel's fine at school. Isui leaves the room, though judging by the look in her eyes, that wasn't all she wanted to say. Oh, same sound. My splitting headache flares up again. It died down a bit while I was talking with Isui, but the moment she left, it came roaring right back. Huh? Hey, that's not good.
すぐに収まりそうにない。
Yabe. My head feels like it's being run through a shredder. Normally when I get this dizzy, it feels like I'm falling. But this is more like my consciousness has been torn to ribbons. Oh! Uh-oh. I can't even stay on my feet. I bury my face in the bed and clamp my hands over my head to try and suppress the pain. Oh. The pain doesn't go away. Of course it doesn't. It's coming from within. The inescapable nature of that pain has been etched into my flesh and bone over the past 7 years. Except this time, it's even worse than usual. It's like someone has driven a railway spike through my skull. The pain slices straight through my brainstem, cutting off my ability to even remember what I was thinking about. Looking back on it, Tonoshiki has had to compromise with his body ever since the accident 7 years ago. The sudden nausea, the headaches, the anemia. I can't even count the number of times I've been forced to give up on as a result. The doctors told me it was a miracle I even survived, that I should be grateful I was alive at all. Were they trying to tell me that in exchange for that miracle, I should be prepared to put up with a little pain? My eyes can see the death all around me. Sensei helped me come to terms with these eyes and told me to treasure that miracle. I wonder what she meant. Is it that life isn't necessarily precious on its own, but that we should treasure it all the same because we don't get another one? Over the past few days, I've seen countless people die. Life is frail. It's actually laughable how frail it is. It's nothing more than the luck of the draw, whether any given person dies or not. There is nothing that separates the living from the dead. There are no walls that can shelter you from death. There are no guarantees any of us will go on existing. Life is fundamentally something which ends regardless of the will of the individual. Oh, to think life precious would be to reveal one's ignorance of its true nature. What the? Why am I? How long are you even thinking going to keep on?
Oh, split? Are we splitting? Huh?
About this. Thinking about this.
Oh. Oh.
Interesting. Yeah, that is indeed some form of neuron pain. At long last, my headache subsides. I inhale deeply and take a moment to collect myself. The fresh morning air washes away the unpleasant feelings that clung to me.
よし。落ち着いた。
It's times like these that I most need to keep my composure. My goal remains the same. I have to purge all vampires from this city. To that end, I'll not only cooperate with Etiquette, but also do my best to assist Senpai.
Didn't we say we're not working with Etiquette anymore?
Shiki, what are you doing? That's right. Senpai won't disappear so long as there are still vampires. As such, there's no reason for her to have given up her disguise as a student. All I can do now is pray that I'm right about that. I should hurry over there right away. I leave my room, doing my best to ignore the headache, still lurking in the corner of my brain.
Skipping it? I don't know, bro. I don't know why he would be doing that. He needs to make a decision already.
I take the stairs down to the lobby. To my right is the hallway that leads to the dining room. Straight ahead is the front door of the mansion. I can't quite make up my mind. Akiha's probably still in the living room. So, should I stop to eat breakfast and pay her a visit? Or should I rush to school as fast as I can to find Senpai? This morning I'll...
Oh shit, wait. Okay. No, I want Paradise Seniors only this morning.
Wait, what? I want to Paradise... Okay, wait. Give me a second. Let me make sure I'm doing the right choice. No, I want to prioritize seniors only this morning. So I assume that means make Senpai my top priority. Okay. I don't know why they don't use these options, but anyway. This morning, Senpai is my top priority. I get the feeling that if I don't rush over there as soon as I can, I'll never get another chance to see her again. I don't have time to waste eating breakfast.
Shiki-sama.
As I head towards the front door, I hear Hisui call to me from the direction of the dining room. She's looking at me with a worried expression on her face. She must have come to fetch me after I never showed up for breakfast.
ごめん。このまま学校に行くよ。
Yep. We can't keep Ciel waiting.
I'm honestly worried. Maybe she's not at school. We'll see.
琥珀さんと秋葉にも伝えておいてくれ。
She just stares. After making my excuses to Hisui, I rush out the door. I'll pick up something for breakfast at the convenience store along the way. I know I'm causing trouble for Hisui, but right now, I just want to get to school as fast as I physically can. I arrive at the school gate. Since I ran the whole way here, I've managed to arrive before 7:30 a.m. Wait, you were saying you were going to be late. That's not late. That's not late at all! I wait for Senpai in front of the school gates. A small handful of students arriving at this hour throw suspicious glances my way, but I don't care. It's now a little after 7:30 a.m. There are a lot more students now. With club activities on hold, this is about the time most people aim to arrive. The school gates are getting busier by the second. I can't spot anyone that looks like Senpai in the crowd. 7:55 a.m. Only 5 minutes left before the gates close. Ultimately, I wasn't able to find hide nor hair of Senpai. Maybe she showed up before I did? Maybe she came in through the rear entrance. Or maybe she's never coming to school ever again. The thought of this worst-case scenario is heart-wrenching. A chill runs down my spine. I should have known better than to entertain these kinds of what-ifs. What disgusts me is, I thought I'd be able to reject these hypotheticals. But instead, I've already accepted them as the obvious outcome.
バカなこと考えるな。先輩は何があっても学校にいるって言ったじゃないか。
That's right. She's just absent today, that's all. After what happened between us yesterday, it makes sense she'd take the day off. I'm sure I'll get a chance to see her again tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, then the day after. Or, if that falls through, the day after that. In any case, there's nothing for me to do but to wait. I'll wait right here, even if she never comes.
だから、バカなことは考えるな。
I sweep away the uncertainty lingering in the back of my mind. I'm out of time. It won't do me any good to stay here. I spare one last look at the road leading up to the school and then turn and make my way inside. Okay. I enter the classroom, just as the bell rings to signal the start of homeroom. Well, Sensei's supposed to be in charge of our class, but looks like she hasn't shown up today either. She was a substitute teacher to begin with, and we don't have any substitute teachers to take her place, so the students on duty for today are going around distributing printouts instead. Looks like Arihiko's here today. He's been acting like a proper student lately.
おはよう。今朝は何かあったのか、アリコ。
The Chad.
もうおはようさん。何もないから学校に来てるんですけどね。そういう遠野の方こそ様子が変ですよ。鬼気迫る顔で校門を張ってたって話じゃんか。
耳が早いな。ちょっと用があって先輩を探してたんだよ。あいにく見つからなかったけど。アリヒコ、今朝は教室にいたんだろう。先輩こっちに顔出さなかったか。
先輩ってどこの先輩だよ。お前さん部活やってないんだから上級生と知り合う機会なんかねえだろ。
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, she no. Don't you tell me she fucking wiped her memory from everyone's memory of her.
あれか精神的な先輩とかそういう意味ゲームの先輩とか人生の先輩とか。
なんだそりゃ。シエル先輩はれっきとした3年生じゃないか。
Uh-oh.
そりゃまあ、時々あの人は下級生なんじゃないかって思う時もあるけど、
Oh no.
基本的に先輩は先輩だよ。いや、そうじゃなくて、先輩が来なかったかって話なんだけど。
I'm waiting for the next line being like, Who's Ciel senpai? Boom.
シエル先輩って。
No! Uh-oh.
うちの学校に留学生なんかいたっけか
Oh no. Just as my spirits had started to lift, they come crashing right back down again. I repeat my question to Arihiko, doing my best to ignore the chill running down my spine.
シエル先輩だよ、シエル先輩。お前だって追いかけてたじゃないか。
Uh-oh.
昼飯だって何度も一緒に食べただろ。
おうそりゃ一緒にランチする相手にはこと書かない俺だが、そんな不思議な名前の先輩は知らねえって。殿、病み上がりで頭いっちまってるのか
Oh no. I feel like the rug's been pulled out from under me, sending me tumbling into the void. Arihiko's quip doesn't quite reach my ears. I collapse onto my chair like a puppet whose strings have been cut, not knowing what to think. Oh no. So that's how it is. I reflect bitterly on what's happened. Only now that it's come to this do I finally realize I've made a choice that cannot be undone. Senpai's gone. She's vanished from our school, leaving behind no trace that she was ever here at all. Wait, did I get a... Did I get a bad ending somehow? Oh? Morning classes are over. I sat through them all in a daze. Unable to even think of my own accord, I sat at my desk and let the words of the lecturers wash over me like an unfamiliar sermon. Oh no. Even now, I can't decide what I should do next. Even emptied of my emotions, it seems that I can still feel the pangs of hunger. Arihiko's already left for the cafeteria. I've had my fill of dizziness, so for now, I think I'll switch off my brain and lose myself in a meal. I must have missed the lunch rush, as there's nobody lined up waiting to order. I press the button on the ordering machine for a dish that catches my eye, then exchange the ticket with the person behind the counter for a tray. It seemed I ordered the croquet set meal. I idly wonder whether deep-fried food will agree with my stomach right now, but it doesn't really matter. I look around the cafeteria for a suitable place to sit down. As I do... I briefly catch the sight of a student that looks just like Senpai. What a joke. I must really be out of it if I'm confusing people for Ciel Senpai just because they look kinda similar. How out of it, you ask? Well, enough that I can't tear my gaze away from the Senpai look-alike, even though I know that it's not her. Wait, what if it is her? The Senpai look-alike sits down at her table, rubs her hand in anticipation, then starts noisily slurping her udon noodles. Funnily enough, it's curry udon. But then it has to be her! She really is the spitting image of Senpai. Right down to her food choices.
Oh.
Hold on. She isn't just the spitting image of Ciel Senpai. She is Ciel Senpai. What's going on? Yeah, I'm very confused.
Senpai!
I sprint over to the table she's sitting at. Oh. Senpai glances up at me briefly, then pouts and turns away again. She's clearly avoiding me, but I'm not in a state of mind to let that deter me.
Senpai, 意味がわかりません。どうしてこんなとこにいるんですか？おかしいでしょ、いろいろ。
なんでって、私はここの生徒です。お昼になったらご飯を食べないとダウンしちゃうじゃないですか。
Yeah, but how did Arieko forget about you? Huh?
いや、それはそうなんだけど、だって昨日。
I have no idea what to say. This is all so sudden that I can't think straight. Senpai huffily turns her head away from me, a terribly displeased expression on her face.
すみません。気がついてしまって、バカなことを口走りました。席座っていいですか？
Yeah, I'm curious as well. Is it just Arieko for some reason, or what's going on?
いいですけど、なぜ気がついていたんですか？
だって、もう先輩に会えないと思っていたから、先輩がいるのが夢みたいで。
ほう。夢みたいとは大げさですね。
大げさじゃありません。あんなことがあったし、有彦は先輩を覚えてないし、見放されたんだって思うじゃないですか。俺は本当は昨日からずっと先輩にさよならって言われた時からもう会えないんだって。
Oh, don't tell her that. She might be like, "Oh, so you don't trust me, huh?" Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah. In truth, I had understood then and there that I'd never see her again. I had simply been lying to myself, trying to hide from the pain of losing her.
どうしてあんなことを言ったんです？さよならなんて、そんな、もう会えないみたいに。
はい。だって昨日はもう時間が遅かったでしょ？健全な学生さんは家に帰る時間です。
This is true. Without batting an eye, she deadpans an absolutely laughable response.
ふざけないでください。あんなのどう取ったって真剣な別れの言葉でしょ。
仮にそうだとしても、それはあなたと私の話であって、私の学校生活とは関係がありません。それとも遠野くん、私みたいな怪物が学校にいちゃいけませんか？
Senpai stares me down with the same emotionless eyes as last night. She called herself a monster. I don't know if Senpai really is a vampire or not. It's probably the first thing I should have investigated and confirmed or disproved, but I didn't spare it so much as a thought. Oh, I'm shaking. Oh no, my mouse! Shit. Give me a sec. Oh, crap. I dropped everything. Oh no. Shit. Let me pick up stuff. Bam, 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 bam. Ugh. Okay. Oh. There we go. It's fine. We're fine. I didn't even want to suspect her of being a vampire. It's true that Senpai's body's a little different. She's able to immediately heal seemingly lethal wounds, meaning that she's just as far removed from being human as Etiquette is. Need more drink. I can't deny that an ability like that is just what you'd expect from a vampire. No, from something that surpasses vampires. But, even with all that said, she's still someone precious to me. So precious that being away from her just for half a day was enough to make me feel like... make me feel to make my was enough to make my life feel empty and pointless. Okay. It would be an exaggeration to say that I don't care about her true nature at all, but it definitely doesn't bother me. Even if Ciel Senpai is a similar sort of being to Etiquette, the feelings I have for her will not change.
いいです。どうせ私なんて嫌われても仕方ないんですから。
It's
もう
not
気にしま
true.
せん。
I don't hate you, Ciel.
そもそもこれは私の日常ですから。遠野くんが何と言おうが好きにやるって決めたんです。
Senpai vigorously wolfs down her curry udon. Eating her feelings like that can't be healthy. Her face is set in an incredibly stubborn expression, as though she's daring me to voice my complaints, but simultaneously threatening to cut all ties with me if I do. I'm thrilled beyond belief that Ciel Senpai's back. But before I get too carried away with my excitement, there's something I need to say. Or are you suggesting that a monster like me shouldn't go to school, Konoshiki? Senpai said that to me with a strained expression on her face, and I still haven't given her my answer. Now's the time for me to tell her how I feel. I think that... Oh! I think that you really love curry. No, don't say that shit. I don't know the actual thing for this one. I think it's you'll always be Ciel Senpai to me.
文句なんかありません。俺にとってシエル先輩は先輩です。いつもキビキビしていて、人のことばっかり気にかけて、メガネが似合っていて、かっこよくて、俺を助けてくれた先輩です。そんなこと、先輩が否定しても、俺が断言します。
Blush.
とにかく、俺にとって先輩は、何があっても先輩なんです。吸血鬼だなんて思ったこともないし、怪物だなんて思うこともありません。すごい人だと思ったことは何度もあるけど、それでおじけづくこともないんです。だから、さっきみたいなことを言わないでください。先輩は、なんかな人じゃないんですから。それに、シエル先輩がいずれ消えてしまう人なんだってことも、ちゃんと覚悟しています。先輩は卒業するまで学校にいると言ってくれたけど、町から吸血鬼がいなくなればどこかに行ってしまうんだって分かってる。でもあんなさよならはしたくない。最後に見る先輩の顔は笑顔であってほしいんです。
Oh. As I put my feelings into words, I feel tears begin to well up in the corner of my eyes. I try to hide them by looking down at the table. I finally face the truth I've been avoiding for a while now. And the thought of saying goodbye to her is so sad that my emotions have gotten the better of me. But still, I said it. I still have all sorts of things I want to tell her and ask her about. But if I've managed to convey the way I feel, that's all I could hope for right now.
ありがとうございます。今のお返事は素直にびっくりするぐらい嬉しいです。それとごめんなさい。意固地になっていたのは私の方だったみたいです。
先輩？
I raised my head at the sound of her shy voice.
お話はよくわかりました。それじゃあ遠野くんは私がどんな体でも気にしないと言うんですか？
もちろんです。まあどんな体という意味を講義に解釈するとその限りではないですけどね。
じゃあ一緒にいても嫌わないですか？
嫌いません。むしろ謝らせてください。昨日は一日 先輩を困らせてばかりでした。アルクエイドのことだって先輩に相談していれば穏便に済んだだろうし。だから本当にもう全面的に俺が悪かったです。これからはちゃんと先輩の忠告を聞きますから許してください。
Let me be clear. I bow my head and apologize. I made Senpai sad. The circumstances around how it happened don't matter. There's still no excuse. I vow to myself that I'll never make her feel that way again.
まったく、遠野くんにはかないませんね。忠告を聞くってまだ戦う気満々じゃないですか。もう私や吸血鬼には関わるなと念を押しに来たのに、そんな顔をされたら放っておけません。
先輩、それじゃあ。
Senpai lets out a playfully exaggerated sigh and stands up.
よろしい。なら握手しましょう。
握手ですか？
はい、仲直りの握手です。それで昨日のことはお互い水に流しましょう。
Oh no. She's gonna squeeze his hand.
まあ、遠野くんが私と手をつなぐのが嫌だというのなら別にしなくてもいいですけど。
Oh, come on. Break Shiki's hand.
嫌なわけがありません。
More water. Give me a sec. Hand-to-hand contact? It's true. And a kinky. I grasp I grasp Senpai's outstretched hand. Oh. Senpai's fingers are pale, lithe, and soft. These aren't the fingers of a vampire. What the fuck does that mean? What are the fingers of a vampire, Shiki? Please. Elaborate, please. They're suffused with the warmth of a human heart. I mean, I guess.
はい、これで仲直りです。これからもよろしくお願いしますね、遠野くん。
Senpai breaks into one of her trademark smiles. Flustered by its brilliance, I manage it likewise.
それと、ありがとう。ちゃんと俺に分かるように食堂に来てくれて。先輩にまた会えて、嬉しくて仕方がありません。
I don't think she came here to work things out. I think she just wanted curry. I expressed the feelings I missed the chance to put into words earlier. Senpai's breath catches in her throat for a moment. Then a gentle smile blooms across her face. One that wouldn't be amiss on a mother doting on her child. Senpai and I are on our way back from lunch. We only have a couple minutes left until our next class, so we decide to part ways and head for our respective classrooms. I to my second-year classroom and Senpai to her third-year one. Disappear. Wait a minute. I'm thrilled to be reunited with Senpai, but aren't I letting that cloud my judgment? Can I really afford to put off our discussion about Etiquette and the vampires? Nope. We speak about this now.
いいはずがない。先輩、ちょっと。
はい。
I quickly call out to Senpai.
何ですか、遠野くん。5限目始まっちゃいますよ。早く教室に戻らないと。
そうですけど、今日はちゃんと話したいんです。茶道室に行きませんか？あそこなら誰にも話は聞かれません。
You're skipping class? It looks like I said enough for Senpai to understand what it is I want to talk about.
仕方ありませんね。5次元目をサボタージュすることになりますが、単位は大丈夫ですか？
Am I good? I shake my head. Not an issue. Senpai casually heads for the wing where the club rooms are located, acting like the two of us don't know each other. I see. I guess that's a sort of attention to detail you need to avoid calling attention to yourself while undercover at school. The bell rings, announcing the beginning of 5th period. I've never been this bold about skipping classes before, but not only that, but I'm skipping them while still at school.
ご心配なく、
It's pretty funny.
先生方は茶道室に近づきませんから、見つかることはありませんよ。
Ciel Senpai is in the kitchenette brewing some tea. He seems pretty calm about this. I'd wager this isn't the first time she slipped away from class.
お待たせしました。こちらは今日のお茶となります。一口いただいて落ち着いたところで、遠野くんからお話をしてください。
Well then, where to begin? What's bothering me the most is what happened yesterday with Etiquette. But I worry that jumping straight to that would shatter the peaceful atmosphere. Just a way to get coffee? No problem, no problem. I need to hydrate more, actually. My throat. Okay. Need to ask about her relationship with Noel Sensei. I've never really asked about her relationship with Noel Sensei, so maybe now's a good time to get some insight on that.
シエル先輩とノエル先生って仲がいいですよね。ノエル先生、シエル先輩のことをいつもすごい子だって褒めてましたよ。
What a dramatic reaction. The vehement disbelief in her voice is completely out of character for the ordinarily calm and collected Ciel Senpai. My god, my throat! What is happening? Give me a sec. Oh man. God damn it. Okay.
違うんですか?
This seems like a potentially risky line of inquiry, but I continue anyway. Senpai responds.
まあ、シスターノエルとはもう何年もコンビを組んでいますから。遠野くんにはそう見えているんですか？あと、彼女が私を褒めていたんですか？本当に？
Senpai replies with a timid question of her own, like she's a child that's just been scolded for something. This may have been a bad call. It seems there's a lot more to unpack on this subject than I thought.
すみません。ちょっと探りを入れました。一見すると二人の仲はいいように見えますが、ノエル先生はシエル先輩への敵外心というか競争意識があって、シエル先輩はノエル先生にどことなく遠慮しているように見えます。
もう、私とノエル先生が不仲ではないのかと心配しての質問でしたか。ご安心を。それは遠野くんの杞憂ですので。私たちは代行者です。互いの役割に私情を持ち込みませんし、私生活には踏み込みません。ノエル先生が何に興味を持ち、時間外なのに遠野くんにちょっかいを出したり、職務の後どれほど深酒をしていようと咎めたりすることはないのです。
She's right. That doesn't make it sound like they're on bad terms. It makes it sound like they don't It makes it sound like they don't interact at all. Is Ciel Senpai bad at making friends?
じゃあ、吸血鬼を退治するとき以外、会ったりはしていない、と。年も離れているし、趣味も違いそうだし、休日一緒に過ごしている二人を想像できないし。
年が離れている。
The
Yeah, no, I think Ciel's older than Noel.
参考までに質問させてください。私くらいの子がノエル先生と一緒にいるのは不自然ですか？
まあ、教師と生徒の関係ですから。ノエル先生、教師としては若いと言っても25歳だし。
Ciel's gonna be like, 25? I'm like 170. That makes two dramatic reactions. I'm used to seeing Senpai take basically anything I say in stride, but it seems my comment has left her almost aggressively surprised.
先輩
25歳って潜入任務ですから多少の偽装はするでしょうけど、シスターノエル
Is she not 25? Crap. I feel like digging any deeper on this subject is going to land me in trouble. I might have to start watching my back around Noel Sensei. Ciel Senpai is looking at me with a pretty serious expression on her face. Maybe I'd better ask another question to change the subject. Whoa, what's a cathedral? Might as well take the opportunity to go on a bit of a tangent. During last night's confrontation with Etiquette, there was a word that caught my attention. I'll see what I can learn from her about that cathedral.
ちょっとした好奇心なんですけど、アルクエイドを閉じ込めようとした大聖堂というのは何なんでしょうか？あれ、グローブを閉じ込めている時に使ってたやつですよね。何か特別なものなんですか？
はい、確かにアルクエイドに使ったものとグローブに使ったものは同じもので特別な魔術ですが、必殺技という響きは恥ずかしいものがありますね。照れちゃいます。
I see. I feel like I'm getting the hang of how to put Senpai in a good mood.
いいじゃないですか。必殺技、かっこいい。あれでこそシエル先輩です。見とれることこの上ない。見たところ、あれはシエル先輩だけのオリジナルと見ましたが、いかがでしょ
う？I mean, something tells me there's no way Noel Sensei would have been able to pull it off.
先輩がよりすぐりの代行者であることはなんとなくわかります。
True, true.
そもそも、アルクエイドが敵として意識するぐらいなんだから、教会の中でも1、2を争う吸血鬼ハンターだったりするんですか？
そこまでのことはありません。対吸血鬼に特化しているだけで他に偉大な方は何人かいますから。私なんてまだまだで、アンドレイさんとか本当におかしな人ですし。
アンドレイ？
それより大聖堂についてでしたね。あれは旧海底の使徒を封じ込めるために開発した装填意識隔絶型の結界です。
What the heck's a phase transition style isolation type barrier?
もともとは王国を表す祖が持っていたもので、最大範囲は直径 30km、 壁で囲った内部を外界と遮断するものでしたが、私が使う場合はそこまでのことはできません。対象物を1個ないし1種設定し、これを封じ込めるだけです。もともとは一つの王国を丸ごと保存していたものですから、かなり劣化しています。概念的なものに寄ってしまったわけですね。その代わりといってはなんですが、私の大聖堂には原版にはない機能が生まれました。それがグローブに使った時の空間歪曲です。外から見ると数十メートルの正方形だったと思いますが、中の広さは直径にして 10km に設定されていました。要は外側の大きさと内側の大きさを別々にある程度任意に変更できるんです。使いどころさえ間違わなければ短期で使徒の軍勢を隔離できる奥の手の一つと言っていいでしょう。しかしだからといって過信してはいけません。結界内に閉じ込めるには対象を黒剣で囲む必要がありますし、大聖堂のような大魔術は連発できないんです。通常の魔術が無料で組める水道水なら、大魔術はワインボトルに入ったワイン と思ってください。
I see.
1個のワインボトルで大聖堂を起動するには2回が限度です。グローブで1度、彼女で1度。もう私の大聖堂のボトルは空になってしまいました。
Wait, so you can't use it again? Or you need to recharge?
ボトル内のワインは水道水とは違い、そう簡単に補充はできません。
Oh,
今後、グローブのように災害を振りまく人が現れた場合、その被害を抑えることはできないので、遠野くんも注意してくださいね。
Well, shit. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. Well, at least I understood the bit about how she can't use the cathedral again. Senpai mentioned that it would be a problem if another dead apostle appeared, but Vtuber has already been defeated, and apparently Iroha has been too. She's probably just worrying over nothing. Now then, Senpai's brightened up considerably, so this seems like a good time to change the topic. Ask what black keys are. Avoid the topic about Etiquette. She's looking pretty self-satisfied right about now, so I reckon I can get an explanation out of her. I'll try asking about those weapons of hers. The black keys.
次の好奇心なんですけど、シエル先輩がポイポイ投げているあの武器はどんなものなんでしょ
う。そこに目をつけるとは、さすが遠野くん。必殺技もいいものですが、戦闘において最も重要なのは基本技ですからね。いいでしょう。国権についてエキスパートと言われた私がお教えします。
Her face has gone so far past being smug that it's wrapped it back around to serious again. Oh.
事の起こりは西暦300年頃。
Oh, okay. Starting there.
欧州に最も使徒がはびこったとされる時代。不老不死の呪いを持つ異端者、使徒。その肉体を人間に戻す、正しく死体に戻し、塵に返すことが教会の使命でした。偉大なる主の大規定、その文言を読み上げ、聞かせることで、亡者は主の愛を知り、この地上から消え去ります。あれは刃のように見えますが、実際は聖言なんです。死者を悼み、送る言葉を元にして作られた、教会の秘跡。日本風に言うと、そうですね。ありがたいお経と思ってください。では、なぜその言葉が刃の形になっているのか、鍵と名付けられているのか。それには代行者と使徒の長い闘争の歴史を語らねばなりません。使徒に対して通常の武器では殺傷効果は望めません。使徒にとって傷は血で復元するもの。ただ切ったりもいだりしただけでは使徒は死なないのです。一方、代行者は多少無茶が効くと言っても人間ですから、戦闘になれば生存力の差で押し切られてしまいました。そう、使徒には点の攻撃ではなく面、圧倒的な破壊力でぶっ潰す戦法だけが有効だったのです。ですがあの時代、一撃で使徒の肉体を消し去る高火力の武装はありませんでした。最も効果的な手段は建物や森に閉じ込め、その場所ごと焼いて血を使い切るまで燃やすというものでした。しかしこんなことをいちいちやっていたら教会が破産してしまいます。そこで当時最高峰の剣士にして司祭と謳われた方が、量産が効き、形態がたやすく、即効性があり、被害を最小限に抑える武器を考案したのです。それが国権をはじめとする聖典武装。武器に聖言を刻んで対異端用の効果を付加するのではなく、聖典そのものを武器にして対異端の猛毒にするという画期的なアイディアでした。使徒をはじめとする完全に人間ではなくなった者た には言葉による退去は構いません。
So you're like, what the fuck? What's she talking about?
彼らの魂はその意味がもう理解できないからです。
Fuck, that's funny.
人の断りは人にのみ通じるもの。使徒となった者に主の言葉は届かない。ですので、私たちは魂ではなく、肉体そのものに誓言を刻みつけ、正しいルールに書き換える。汚染された魂は救えませんが、肉体だけは誓言によって人に戻る。不死という虚無のドアに鍵を刺して回すように。
Okay.
聖典武装を受けた人は、その部分だけでもかつての肉体を思い出し消滅します。以上が聖典武装の根本的な仕組みです。国権はその時に作られた最初期の武装でした。絵に見えるものは聖典の写本から切り抜いたページです。代行者はこれを自らの魔力、失礼、祈りの力で絵の形に固めて持ち歩きます。戦闘時はこの絵に祈りを込めると自動洗礼状態に移行します。この洗礼の部分がたまたま刃に似ているだけなんです。
失礼 Excuse me, not magic. It's prayers. Trust me.
9世紀頃、国権は今の形に落ち着き、
Isn't that laughing
最
thing
も
was
優れた聖典武装として広く愛用されました。
This is funny. Poor Shiki. He's not knowing what to do now.
投擲の技法も多く、
Oh,
影縫い、
throwing techniques now. Okay, okay.
鉄鋼作用、仮想式典、土葬式典、コンクラーベと多くのバリエーションが生まれたのです。ですが、国権は弓矢のようなもので、使い手のスキル、魔力の量によって威力が変わる。
すみません。魔力でいいんですか？
Yeah, she didn't correct that one. Bloody hell. It's not prayers anymore. It's magical energy now again.
面倒なのでもういいです。聖堂教会は魔術協会と反目しているので、故障にはとてもうるさいのですが、どうでもいい問題なので。国権は入手しやすい武器でもありましたが、使いにくい武器でもあるのです。一人前の射手になるには10年の修行が必要なだけでなく、そもそもの構造がシンプルすぎて、これ以上の威力向上は望めなかった。年月を増すごとに強力になっていく使徒を相手にするには力不足だったのですね。文明が発達し、銃器が量産できるようになって、国権使いは数を減らしていきます。1450年、グーテンベルク氏による印刷機の台頭で国権の流行はちょっと持ち直しますが、やはり銃器のお手軽さには勝てず、国権はメイン武装からサブ武装、お守り代わりに持っていると通っぽいものに転落します。
Ciel, please calm down.
以後、
This is too
国権は
much.
教会において敬虔な信徒のみが好んで使うマニアックな武器となりました。ですが、それはあくまで使用者の未熟によるもの。
Okay, okay.
国権は今もって最適解の一つ、グランファテマの語る結論兵器の一つになり得ると私は断言します。
Is that it?
だって魔力さえあればいくらでも編み出せてどこにでも持っていけるんですよ。面倒な入国手続きも余裕でする。セブンのようなメンテナンスも必要なし。優れた体術、精神力、そして魔力を持つ代行者であれば、国権は無限の可能性を秘めているのです。
I see. I can tell you're very into your black keys. Okay. Isn't it about time now? Style. Style. Ooh. Oh my god. It's the equivalent of someone being asked why the polearm is the most efficient weapon predating guns. And they go on a huge ass tangent. Stop.
ごめん、好奇心が前に出すぎた。
Oh, okay.
ありがとうございます。大変勉強になりました。必殺技、通常技ときたので、あとはもう一つ、一番気になっていたことを聞ければ。先輩、後ろ、黒い虫が
Senpai frantically leaps to her feet, not doubting for a second that there really is a black insect crawling up behind her. Oh! 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 Her underclassman simply admires the view from his vantage point on the floor.
すみません、錯覚でした。
Yeah, of course, of course.
でも話は続けますので、先輩はそのままで。
Maybe. there is a chance. Well, I didn't exactly need to see her from this angle. I decided to have her stand so that I could confirm something.
先輩、戦うときは着替えますよね。シスター服とグローブの時の鎧みたいなやつ。あれ、どういう使い分けなんでしょう。素人意見ではありますけど、戦い方とか変わるんですか？
スタイルってそういう。
Yeah.
あれはですね、探索用と殲滅用に分けたものと思ってください。修道服は汎用のスタイルです。代行者でもあり、シスターでもあるというか。
No thighs visible. No good.
代行者としての異端審問がメインではありますが、被害者の治療や保護、要救護者の探索、他代行者との連携など、要は何でも嫌ですね。この時の私は大きな武器は持てません。邪魔になりますし、被害者を威圧してしまいます。先ほど国権が優れた武器であると言ったのは、このスタイルとの相性がいいからです。国権の絵だけなら修道服の下に忍ばせても目立ちませんから。
I do like these boots though. I see. When she's wearing her nun's outfit, her role is really more than that of a policewoman. It's not her primary combat outfit. That explains why she was on the defensive the whole time she was fighting Etiquette the other night. Honestly, she deserves some serious credit for taking her on even though she didn't have the right equipment. I have to say though... Okay, cultured shiki. I just said that before.
可愛いだけじゃなく、凛々しくてかっこよくて、シエル先輩に似合ってました。
そうですか？一応制服のようなもので、ありがとうございます。
Yeah, they got the high-laced boots. No, I'm the one who should be thanking you. Please convey my gratitude to the higher-ups at the church too.
ブローブとの戦いで用いた武装は殲滅用のものです。戦場が人々の目の届かぬ場所であり、対象が救済の余地のない害獣である場合のみ選択されます。
I see.
とはいえ、遠野くんに助け起こされた時には反対していましたけどね。私の魔力が尽きない限り破損しない甲冑だったのですが、あの極寒と重装の前に音を上げてしまったようです。遠野くんが見たあのスタイルは甲冑が剥がれた後のインナーなんです。
Now these big-ass metal shoes, those are cool. I do like armor. This is nice.
バージンペインはセブンのところで修理中なのでしばらくは使えません。
So those are undergarments.
That explains why they seemed so skimpy.
じゃあ防御力において今はシスター服の方が優れてるんですか？
いえいえ、一見して薄着に見えますが、防御力は修道服と比較にはなりません。ある意味、あのインナーがペインの本体ですから。建前は壊れても本音は汚されません。アルクエイドの爪の直撃でさえ耐えるでしょう。
アルクエイドの爪っていうと、
もう大雑把に戦車の砲弾くらいと思っていただければ。対人、対火、対毒、対衝撃、対神秘。あれ一着でどんな極限状態にも飛び込める希少品です。
なるほど。希少品だから布面積が少ないんですね。
Yes.
はい、ほんとその通りで、そういう目で見ていたんですか、遠野くん。
そりゃ見ますとも。かっこいいと美しいは両立するんだから。先輩はもっと自分の魅力を自覚するべきです。
もうスタイルの話はここまでです。遠野くんはもっと真面目なことを聞くように。
Okay. Now we talk about Etiquette. Well, I can't just put it off indefinitely. It's time to confront the elephant in the room.
本題に入ります。そのアルクエイドのことなんだけど。
Senpai's expression clouds over. As I feared, this isn't going to be an easy topic to discuss. Still, I have to clear things up. It's precisely because Ciel Senpai is precious to me that I have to clarify where I stand in regards to Etiquette.
怒らないで聞いてください。
I need water. Okay.
先輩は散々やめろって注意してくれたけど、俺はやっぱりアルクエイドを敵だとか吸血鬼だとかは思えない。思惑はどうあれ、あいつだってこの町を守ってくれているんです。だから。
Ooh. I feel a shiver run down my spine. It's like we're just rehashing what happened between us here yesterday. Senpai is sincerely upset. Except, it's a different kind of sincerity to yesterday. I get the feeling that she's trying to test my conviction.
だから、アルクエイドと協力してほしい。
I don't know about that.
目的が同じなんだから、先輩とあいつがいがみ合う理由なんてないはずです。というか、喧嘩しないでください。似た者同士なんだから。
There's a lot I could have said, but I've condensed it down to this. Purging the remaining vampires nesting in this city will require both Ciel Senpai and Etiquette's strength. If the two of them joined forces, everything would be taken care of much quicker. Senpai sighs deeply.
嫌です。
A smile accompanies her blunt refusal.
嫌ですって、なんで？
当たり前です。遠野くん、昨日の夜だって彼女に殺される寸前だったって自覚してないんですか？そもそも吸血鬼を探すなんて、いつ殺されてもおかしくない危険なことなんです。そんなことに遠野くんを巻き込むなんてできません。
Whoops, I didn't mean to say that out loud. But I was so stunned by Senpai's words that I just sort of slipped out. Regardless, this time I think Senpai's in the wrong. I'm pretty offended to hear her talking about involving me after everything that's already happened. Sure, from her point of view, my conviction up to this point must seem as soft and yielding as a curry bun. But despite being an amateur, I still showed up, ready to put my life on the line. I've considered myself well and truly involved for a while now. If there was a way out for me, I'd have already run for the hills after what happened at the hotel. Yet despite that, Senpai still thinks of me like one Like one more civilian that needs to be protected. That makes me happy, sure, but sad at the same time.
うわとはどのような意味でしょうか？それと、とても泣きそうな顔をしているのは。
Oh.
泣きそうだからです。
Oh.
今、シエル先輩にいじめられたというか、デコピン一つで大気圏まで叩きのめされた気持ちです。
いえ、そんなつもりはみじんもないのですが。
本当に、ですね。今さら巻き込みたくないはないです。先輩、俺は俺なりに覚悟の上でここまで来たんです。散々死ぬような目に遭ってきたし、これからも危険はあるって分かってます。その上で吸血鬼退治をすると決めたんです。だから自分の身ぐらい自分で守れます。いや、守れなくてもいい。後悔はしません。だってそれぐらいじゃないと、先輩と一緒にいられないじゃないですか。俺はこれからできる限りの時間、先輩の隣で先輩の力になりたいんです。
I end up giving voice to my true feelings. Ones not even I myself was aware of. Still, I get it now. If that's the way I feel, it all makes sense. I didn't stick around in the world of vampires just for the sake of this city. I've been able to resist the urge to run away all this time, because I wanted to be with her.
もう、そんなの私が後悔しちゃいますよ。大体ですね。自分の身は守れないなんて何を根拠に言ってるんですか？遠野くんの運動神経は優れていますし、その目のことも分かっています。貧血がちなのは欠点ですが、運動能力そのものは信頼に値します。あなたが本気で自分の身だけを考えてくれるなら、私もこんなに目くじらを立てたりはしませんよ。
Senpai shrugs her shoulders as she delivers this surprising opinion.
あれ、そうなんですか?
I'm so taken aback that I automatically try and clarify what she said.
ええ、遠野くん、私の部屋に泊まった時裸になったじゃないですか。贅肉のない引き締まった筋肉で、あの時から綺麗な体しているなって思っていたぐらいです。
裸って、俺裸になんかなってないけど。
忘れちゃったんですか？遠野くん、お風呂に入るとき台所で着替えてたじゃないですか。
Why do you remember that? Oh, yeah. I guess I did.
知らなかった。先輩、人の着替えを覗き見するような人だったんですね。
いえ、あれはですね、不可抗力と申しましょうか。その隙間から見えてしまって、ちょっとだけ興味があったものですから、いいかなって。
No. What do you mean? Well, why not? No. You don't just do that. Oh my god. Senpai's frantically making excuses, but her face has gone beet red. It seems like that's brought up memories of what she saw back then. Well, I'll just put that aside for now.
じゃあ、俺がちゃんと身を守っていれば文句はないんですね。先輩と一緒に吸血鬼退治をしても、アルクエイドと協力しても。
そうですね。遠野くんをソロで放置するぐらいなら、私と一緒にいてくれた方が助かります。
先輩。
ですが、アルクエイドとの協力だけはできません。この際ですからはっきりと忠告、いえ、警告しておきましょう。現在、この町で最も危ういのは彼女です。それは彼女が吸血鬼だからということではありません。今の彼女はかつてないほど異常な状態です。下手に刺激すれば炸裂する爆弾と言ってもいい。
爆弾ですか？そりゃ あいつは何しでかすかわからないやつですから、その表現は正しいですけど、でも別に。
She's not exactly dangerous, right?
I mean, she is a bit dangerous.
She doesn't do anything without a good reason to. And the only thing she's done with her powers is defeat other vampires.
どうでしょうか。今の彼女は自分の感情に従って活動しています。これまでは神祖としてのコードに従っていたのに、そのコードを破りかけている。
I see.
あれは無邪気な子供そのものです。恐ろしいのは、その子供が初めて手にしたおもちゃが太陽だった。といえば、現状がどれほど危険なのか理解できると思います。
Her tone isn't different, but it's clear from the look in her eyes that she's not taking this lightly. What Senpai's saying is this. Vampires are now the last thing the people in this city need to worry about. Instead, they need to pray that this child leaves without letting the sun drop from her hands.
そんな大げさすぎますよ、先輩。だいたいあいつに喧嘩をふっかけたのは先輩じゃないですか。先輩が仲良くしてくれれば、あいつだって暴れません。
それはそうですが、私だって考えなしではありません。この1週間ずっと自重してきたんです。でも遠巻きに見る分には我慢できましたが、ああして目の前にしてしまったら抑えきれなかったというか、
ついカッとなってやっちゃったと。
ごめんなさい。今は大変反省しています。
Senpai curls up in shame. I know I said that she was exaggerating, but I can still appreciate just how plausible that hypothetical of hers was. Etiquette definitely was acting strangely last night. I made her angry too, so maybe I'd better step back and give her some time to cool off a bit.
わかりました。もうアルクエイドと仲良くしてほしいとは言いません。先輩とあいつは天敵っぽいですから。
I resist the urge to quip that birds of a feather seemingly don't flock together.
俺も自分からアルクエイドには近寄らないようにします。少なくともあいつが冷静になるまでは。その代わり、先輩は俺と一緒に吸血鬼を探すこと。それでいいですね。
ああ、はい、そういうことですけど、あれ、遠野くんが私に協力するじゃなくて、私が遠野くんに協力するんですか？
Maybe.
似たようなものです。気にしないでください。俺の気持ちの問題です。
Alright. It took some getting there, but it looks like we're finally in agreement. From this point on, I can work together with Ciel Senpai with the clean conscience. Even if this time we have together won't last, being able to stand by her side guilt-free is more than I could ask for. With that matter taken care of, we settle into our more familiar tea break routine. We talk about inconsequential things while sipping on the tea Senpai served. About class, about the city, about our hobbies. It's a peacefully mundane conversation, over the course of which the word vampire doesn't even come up once. The bell rings, signaling the end of 5th period. They say that time flies when you're having fun, but I can't believe it's already been this long.
さすがに6限まではサボれないですよね。
I get up off my floor cushion. As I put my left foot forward on my way to carry the tea cups back to the kitchen, I am struck by an unexpected no. A familiar feeling.
Uh-oh.
My vision flickers in and out. My consciousness and vision bleed together like two wood-blocked prints haphazardly stamped over each other on the same page, before being scrunched up into a ball and tossed into a corner of my skull.
Oh no. The feeling fades from my limbs, and I start hurtling towards the ground as my legs give out from under me. I slip into the sort of coma I've experienced far more often than I'd like, but that I can never get used to.
遠野くん、しっかり。気分が悪いんですか？
Senpai catches me just before I completely collapse to the tatami, and the sound of her voice helps me cling to my consciousness.
すみません。ちょっとめまいが。でもいつもの貧血だから心配はいらないですよ。ちょっと休めば落ち着くから。
心配します。そんな青い顔で強がらないでください。今体にいいお茶を用意しますから、そこに横になって。無理に動いちゃダメですからね。
Senpai hurries over to the kitchen. It seems like trying to act tough will only worry her. I don't really want to lie down on the floor, though. I'd feel pathetic if I did that in front of Senpai. Instead, I lean my back against the wall and slowly slump to a seated position. Now that I'm sitting here comfortably, the dizziness has lessened slightly. I'm glad I didn't pass out. If that was the worst of it, then it shouldn't be long before I feel better. If that was the worst of it. As I'm resting against the wall, I hear the bell ring again. It seems like the 10-minute break between classes is already over.
6限目、始まっちゃいましたね。
I didn't even notice Ciel Senpai's sidle up next to me. She peers at me as though trying to gauge how healthy I look.
ジンジャーミルクティーにたっぷり蜂蜜を入れてみました。湯飲みなのはご愛嬌ということで流してください。
ありがとうございます。
I thank Senpai and take the preferred teacup. It's Proffered? That's not preferred. Proffered. What the hell? I don't know what that is. Anyway, it's hot. I'd honestly been craving some cold water instead, but as soon as I take a sip.
先輩これすごい。一口で目が覚めた。
はい、お父さん直伝の配合ですから、元気のない時はこれで一発です。
Senpai puffs out her chest as though she'd come up with it herself. Pungent zesty smell of ginger, the smooth mouthful of milk, and the sweetness of the honey are a match made in heaven. I drink the entire cup without even realizing it, after which all the strength drains from my body. Not because I'm exhausted, but because I've reached a serene level of relaxation. Now that I think about it, I've been stressed out ever since this morning. I guess I relaxed a bit after reconciling with Senpai, and I must have given the anemia a chance to swoop in and get me. The warm tea has helped to alleviate my symptoms, and I feel like I've been enveloped by gentle weariness.
先輩としてあるまじき提案ですが、観念して放課後までここにいましょう。単位足りているんでしょ？
まあ、なんとか。有彦ほどギリギリで生きてはいませんし。
タオナくんにそう言われるとは、乾くんは大人物ですね。ちょっと羨ましいです。
They still haven't addressed why Ariko didn't know who Ciel was. Out of concern for my health, Senpai doesn't try to force a conversation. She simply sits by my side, silently drinking tea, ready to take care of me if I suddenly start feeling unwell. Time ticks by. The silence isn't oppressive. On the contrary, it feels pleasant. Senpai and I just stay like this, not touching, but still feeling our care for each other, all throughout 6th period.
ところで遠野くん。暇なのでしりとりしましょうか。
しりとり？
しないよ。
Where the hell did that idea come from? Also, way to spoil the mood.
そもそもなんでしりとり？先輩、俺の泣き顔見たいんですか？
見たいです。遠野くん、人のことばっかりで自分のことで泣きそうにないですから。
Where'd you get that idea? I almost started crying during a conversation earlier.
そんな顔で言われたら余計に嫌です。しりとりは絶対にしませんから。暇ならさっきのお茶のおかわりください。
それは残念。では、いつか遠野くんの隙をつくことを夢見て、ジンジャーミルクティーの2杯目を入れてきますね。
まったく、変なところで子供っぽいというか、意地悪というか。
I tilt my head back, let out a sigh, and close my eyes. I need a drink. Still, her teasing was kind of fun. I never thought I'd get the opportunity to banter with Ciel senpai like this.
Tono kun? 眠っちゃったんですか?
Hangshu me 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 me. Hangshu me 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 me. Don't worry about it, Ciel.
起きてますよ。
Oh, okay,
ちょっ
shit.
とクールダウンしてるだけです。
そうでしたか。では、私にお気遣いなく、そのままで。
I'll take her up on that offer and lie down for a bit. I allow my back to slowly slide down the wall I've been resting against, until I'm sprawled flat against the tummy floor. I must have been lying here for about 10 minutes or so now. At this rate, I actually will fall asleep. Before I do, I repeat the question I asked earlier.
それで、どうしてしりとりなんですか？
遠野くんに弱音を言ってほしかったんです。ずっと無理しているように見えたから。今だってそうでしょ？本当は疲れ切っているのに気を休められない。あなたは眠ってしまうのが怖いんです。
Welcome, Lula. Is Shiki kissing babes now? Not yet. A lot of funny moments, though.
多分、7年も昔から。目を閉じてしまえば、目覚める保証がないと分かっているから。
Almost kissed him.
In my head, I know she's right. That I felt that way is something I never spoke of, never confined to anyone about, and hoped that nobody would ever notice. I said that vampires are frightening, that fighting to the death was frightening, but those are all transient fears, nothing more. To me, it's these mundane days that entail a constant fear. The fear that my precious time on this earth won't last until tomorrow. Nothing's more painful than having to accept the possibility each night before I go to sleep.
そんなことはないですよ。今は健康で、貧血だってたまにしかないんですから。怖いものなんて吸血鬼ぐらいです。
You just said in your head that you're scared.
Shiki, please. But I can't let myself put that fear into words. Fear leads to jealousy and hatred. I have to suppress that part of me that fears the passage of each and every day. Because when it comes right down to it, I'm alive. I don't want to let the eyes through which I see the world cloud its beauty. I wanted to accept the fact that I'm alive, and the wonders life entails, as something to be celebrated.
It's pretending to look cool in front of... Yeah, it's true, it's true.
そうですか。遠野くんがそういうのならそういうことにしておきます。そうでした。ごめんなさい、バカなことを言ってしまって。私が憧れたのは、あなたのそういう強さでした。
I feel something warm brush against my forehead. Senpai's using your hand to take my temperature.
だから私が力になります。
先輩？
あなたがもしその恐怖に耐えられなくなったら私が力になります。私には何もできないけど手を握るくらいはできますから。
So precious. I let out a soft sigh, blinded by the light streaming in. I'm incredibly reassured by her words. And I think I've finally begun to understand my own feelings. I want her to be happy. I don't feel the same way about Senpai as I do about Etiquette. When I think about Senpai, the emotions I feel are closer to camaraderie or gratitude. It's the sort of love that wishes for the other's happiness.
そうですね。
There's a very big parallel between these two roots. He's right. Etiquette, would it be love? The desire and all that he had for Etiquette was very lustful and very just manic and kind of insane. But for Ciel, it's fairly... It's more admiration and caring than like a lustful sort of love that he fears he might lose. Interesting parallel, honestly.
それじゃあ、もしそういう時が来たら、先輩を頼ります。
I banish the insecurities that nearly escape my lips, and reply with feigned confidence in my voice. I pick myself up from the semi-supine position and take a sip of the tea Senpai prepared for me. Unfortunately, it's gone a little cold.
ところで先輩、さっきの仕返しですけど。
はい。
先輩って一体どういう人なんでしょうか？
It's for all kinds of love. It's true.
考えてみたら、俺はシエル先輩のことを何も知らない。これまで何をしていたのかとか、どうして吸血鬼と戦うことになったのかとか、そういうの教えてください。
私のことですか？
Yes.
そんなの話してもつまらないというか、本当にがっかりさせてしまうので話したくないというか。
いいんです。話せる範囲で話してください。そうじゃないと、自分を抑えられる自信がありません。
そうですか。話せる範囲でいいならしますけど、せっかくの時間がつまらないものになっちゃいますよ。
I certainly am. I motion for her to proceed. I want to know more about her, even if that means the conversation might start to get a little heavy.
とは言っても、本当に大したことはないんです。私はフランスのある地方都市の生まれで、お父さんはパン職人で、お母さんは日本人で、12歳の時に教会に入って、あとはずっと使徒を討伐する仕事をしていました。それと、今回みたいに学校に潜入調査するのは初めてです。勝手が違うので最初は戸惑いました。
今回が初めて。そうですよね。吸血鬼を相手にするんだから、普通学校に用はありませんよね。
Half baguette. I guess she is.
Huh? Wait, isn't that kind of weird?
そうですね。今回は特殊なケースでした。あとは代行者になった理由ですが、これは私にその才能があったからです。せっかくの死なない体を使わないのはもったいないですから。
死なない体が才能？まあそう言えなくもないけど、先輩生まれつきそういう体だったんですか？
いいえ、遠野くんと同じです。私も生まれつきこういう体をしていたわけではありません。一度死にかけて、いえ、 一度死んで、そこから生き返った人間なんです。なんか、そうしたら生き返るのが癖になっちゃいまして。
Interesting. Senpai has a wry smile on her face that... Was that supposed to be a joke? It doesn't seem like a laughing matter to me at all.
何ですかそれ。一度死んだって、もしかしてそれは。
はい。吸血鬼に殺されたんです。でもご存知の通り、私は何があっても元通りになる体質だったので、なんとか生き返れたんですよ。
生き返れたって。
Must be because she's half French. Makes sense.
普通死んだら生き返れないというか。
ですから、私は普通じゃなかったんです。それは遠野くんも見たでしょ
？It's true that I've had plenty of chances to notice that Senpai has an undying body. Back when she was fighting against Vrov, it wasn't totally obvious. But what she showed me after her fight with Etiquette was something even more impossible than my eyes.
でも先輩は先輩です。普通じゃなくてもいいです。俺は今の先輩が大好きです。
それはお昼にも伺いました。でもちょっとわかりません。こんな体、気味が悪いだけだと思います。私、遠野くんを怖がらせてばかりだと思ってました。
ですね。そんなの何度も言ってるでしょ。異性として先輩が魅力的なのは言うまでもないし、吸血鬼と戦う先輩は
Calm, Shiki. Calm.
俺は今でもブローブと戦う先輩が忘れられない。
Unlike the Japanese people I know that will die, she's technically French. It's true, it's true. Think about it. I was gonna say Jeanne d'Arc, but Jeanne d'Arc died, didn't she? Don't worry about it, don't worry about it.
地獄みたいな状況で先輩はみんなを守るために戦ってくれた。怖がるなんてとんでもない。俺は勇敢さに今まで何度も励まされたんですから。
If I'm being honest, I didn't really want to use a frivolous word like cool to describe her. I want to be more accurately convey just how much respect I have for her. Is she equating it like how the girls in... I don't know, maybe. Alas, I felt like she'd probably be... Why am I stumbling so much? Clear my brain for a sec. Oh, okay. I'll do a stretch. Oh, my bones. Okay. Old ass vampire bones cracking. Okay. Oh. Hydrate. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll do that as well. That one is weird. I can't. I understand. Yeah, maybe. Alas, I felt like she'd probably get embarrassed if I started talking about how much I respected her, so I held back.
遠野くん、それは違いますよ。私は勇敢なんかじゃありません。死への恐怖がないだけなんです。だって私は死にませんから。あの時だって恐怖なんてかけらもなかった。
I guess when you don't die, you wouldn't fear death. But you may not see yourself as brave, but the others who do fear the situation that you're putting yourself in might see you as brave. So technically, you are in the eyes of the people around you. But yeah. I wouldn't say she's seeking death more. Just
doesn't really care about it.
私はただ鈍感なだけなんです。
Yeah, see, exactly. She's insensitive to it.
本当に勇気を持つ人間とは死に怯えながらも戦える人のことです。私にその勇気はありません。だって死にませんから。
I wouldn't really describe as being brave as being afraid of death and still doing things. Because you can be brave without, you know, putting yourself in a situation that you'll die in. Sure, you know, that's one of the things, but it's not every definition of being brave.
私が普通ではないのはこの精神性です。死への恐怖に関してだけ言えば、私は吸血鬼の化け物でしょう。
People might see you as brave. They're like, wow, that guy just jumped in and saved that person. They're so brave. and then it comes to the person, they're like, oh no, I was just running across the street and got, you know, accidentally hit into them.
化け物って先輩。
いいです。事実ですから。私は死なないから何も怖くない。何をやっても生き返るから、どんなにひどいことをされても、どんなひどいことをしても、何も怖いとは思えない。私はそういう人間なんです。そこはちゃんと理解していてくださいね。
Well, the thing is, okay, she might not die, but she can definitely feel pain. So, would you not fear the pain being inflicted on you? It'd be a form of torture. It's still suffering, even if you're not going to die from it. With her usual smile on her face, Senpai tells me about herself detachedly, as though she's describing someone else. As fate's worse than death. Yeah, exactly. Like the I forgot his name. That Greek guy who had the bird eat his innards repeatedly as they were generated. I forgot his name though. Yeah, that's I'd say that's a fate worse than death. Is it her way of being jokingly self-derisive, or is that really how she sees herself? I can't tell for sure. Either way, this raises a question that I have to know the answer to. I just brought this up! Bruh. We are predicting.
ならやっぱり先輩は。
そんなの痒かったり嫌だったりするだけです。
A mild itch? No. You know it's not a mild itch.
蘇生が約束されている私に恐怖はありません。ただ痛いだけなら誰にだって耐えられるでしょ。
I mean, you're still going through the pain though. I think she's just making excuses. Tis but a scratch! You're just cheeky pretending to be Julius. No, it's not true.
そう。誰だって私と同じ体だったのなら、同じことができたんです。
That's not true. That's not true, Ciel.
昔、私はこの体になるきっかけで罪を犯しました。多くの間違いを犯して、多くの人命を見殺しにした。その後、私に課せられたのは、犠牲になった人々の数と同じだけの処罰でした。私はそれを耐えたことで罪を許され、代行者に選ばれた。聖人に匹敵する忍耐だ、なんて、司祭様に褒められたりもしました。でも、そんなのは違うんです。私は全然強くない。単に死なない体だから、体が強いから罰に耐えられただけ。普通の体だったなら、きっと一日で投げ出していたんです。
Senpai ends the discussion on that note. Something in what she said doesn't really sit well with me, but she stated it so firmly that I'm hesitant to bring it up again. Anyone would be able to bear death if all it took was a little pain. And even so, those twisted words have embedded themselves in my mind and won't come free.
30 days straight, baby. Nope, nope. I would rather die. Absolutely not.
The setting sun casts a red glow over the tea ceremony room. I ended up spending the entire afternoon here with Senpai.
では、今日から私と遠野くんはチームですね。二人で事件を解決しましょう。一旦お家に戻りますか？死者の探索は夜になってからの方が効率的ですし。
Shouldn't you rest, Shiki? Senpai pipes up while clearing away the teacups. It's a pretty reasonable suggestion, but I'm still surprised to hear it coming from her.
本当に俺でいいですか？
もちろんです。協力してくれると言ったのは遠野くんの方じゃないですか。遠野くんを一人にするのも危険だし、私がつきっきりで監督させてもらいます。これでも先輩ですから、やるとなったら吸血鬼探しのイロハをたっぷり教え込んであげましょう。
Ciel Senpai puffs out her chest, looking quite pleased with herself. Her enthusiasm is very reassuring. Or at least it should have been reassuring.
とは言っても、死者の数は減ってきているので、イロハを教え込む前に終わってしまいそうですけど、この分ならあと1週間。
1週間ですか？本当にそんなに早く？
ええ、経験則から言ってそれぐらいです。遠野くんさえ望むなら、もう1日2日程度の短縮はできますが。
I see. 1 week? Etiquette had never mentioned anything about how this vampire business would all end. I vaguely assumed that it would just go on forever, but now she's saying it'll all be resolved in just 1 more week.
遠野くん？どうしました？浮かない顔をして。
Grumpy.
もしや、今日中に解決しろなんてことは言いませんよね。
No.
そんな無茶は言いません。隠れている死者を見つけ出すのは地道な調査だって知ってますから。ただ町に潜む吸血鬼を全部殺したら先輩の仕事も終わってしまいます。
A future I'd rather not envision flashes before my eyes, and I turn away from Senpai. Even though I knew it was coming, having it spilled out like this feels so painful that I...
先輩はすぐに次の町に行ってしまうんですか？
I pose a question better left unasked.
何を言っているんですか、遠野くんは。死者を一掃したところで仕事は終わりませんよ。私はロアを倒すまでこの町に残ります。元凶を残したまま職務放棄はできませんからね。
That's true. That's true. Roa still needs to be fully defeated so he doesn't reincarnate. My blood runs cold as I realize that we're not on the same page. Did she just say she'll stick around until she defeats Roa?
ちょっと待ってくれ、先輩。そのロアってやつ。もういないんだろ？
はい？
いや、だってアルクエイドのやつ、ロアはもうやっつけたって言ってましたよ。
Oh no. All the warmth is drained from the room. Senpai's gaze cuts right through me. The look in her eyes isn't just surprised, it's outright hostility. I've never seen her look this tense before. And that's when I realize I have, with my own 2 hands, Just lowered the curtain on the final act.
先輩、ロアはもう死んでいます。それは確かなことだと俺も思います。
アルクエイドの発言は信じられません。
あいつが嘘を言っていると。
いえ、彼女にそんな気の利いた真似はできないでしょう。この目で見るまでは信じられないという意味です。遠野くん、彼女は他に何か言っていましたか？
他には、ああ、そうだ。ロアの棺は学校の地下にあった。なんてふざけたことを言って。先輩？
確かめに行きます。遠野くんはここに残っていてください。
Oh. Senpai puts her hand on the door to leave. She seems to be filled with a grim determination. I can't just stand here doing nothing. Can't let her go alone. I'm going with her. Just be a burden over here. Okay,
I'm going with her.
I don't want to let Senpai go off on her own while she's this tense. Besides, we're talking about Ryo's coffin here. A vampire's resting place. I'm well within my rights to accompany her.
待った、俺も行きます。協力していいって言ったばかりでしょ、先輩。
Senpai stomps in her tracks. Will she take me with her, or will she refuse? And in doing so, relieve me of all responsibility? I thought she'd at least hesitate, but her answer is instantaneous.
無駄な所感は挟まず、冷静な判断を保てると誓いますか？
誓います。先輩の邪魔はしません。
いいでしょう。同行してください、遠野くん。あなたが私の指示に従う限り、安全は保証します。
Order doesn't leave any room for argument. I swallow nervously and nod in response. Provided I follow her instructions, meaning that she'll protect me with all her strength if I do, but also that she won't hesitate to cast me aside if I don't. It's a callous way of doing things, but I can't fault her for it. All she's doing is implicitly telling me just how dangerous the place we're heading is. Oh. I'm standing in front of a concrete walled drainage canal that's been wedged into a gap in the residential district. Ciel Senpai led the way over to this unremarkable corner of the city, one which a lot of students happen to pass through on their way to school.
先輩、あの下水道に入っていくんですか？
そうですよ。あの横穴から中に入ります。日本の下水路は近代化されていますから、水路に落ちなければ濡れることもありません。ただし、背後や側面に気をつけて。中は明かりがありませんから、目より耳に気を配ってください。
See. As soon as she's done talking, Senpai jumps off the bridge and lands in the canal below. I'll fall behind her if I just stand around dithering. I muster up some courage, climb over the fence, and use the ladder built into the wall to climb down into the canal.
まだ太陽は昇っていますが、中に入れば日差しも届きませんし、時間も経過するでしょう。あなたが後ろから離れないように、異常を感じたらすぐに私の背中を叩くか声で知らせてください。
はい。それより先輩、武器は？俺はナイフがありますけど。
心配には及びません。国権は必要数常備しています。
She,
今回はあくまで調査ですから、ロアの棺を発見次第、撤退して準備を整えます。本格的な光線はこの後です。内部で明かりは使わないので、そのつもりで。
そっか。吸血鬼に気づかれるもんな。携帯の明かりもダメですよね。でもそれだとどうやって中を調べるんですか？
暗視程度なら私でも使えますから心配は不要です。
I have special eyes. Okay, Ciel, okay.
水路内は私が先導しますから、先ほど言ったようにと。
I take her outstretched left hand in my right. I wonder if she's nervous. Senpai's movements are clumsy as she wraps her fingers as she wraps the fingers of her hand around mine.
行きます。ここからだと学校下付近の水路までは20分ほどでしょう。その間、余計な気は起こさないように。
Focus on the task at hand. I guess she means don't start getting cold feet now? Of course I nod. Ooh. Hand in hand with Senpai, I step forward into the impenetrable darkness. The inside of the sewer is different from what I expected. Paths have been built on both sides of the 2-meter wide canal running down the middle, so it's actually not that difficult to make our way through. This place has raw sewage flowing through it, so I'd expect it to reek down here, but it's really not all that bad. Occasionally I feel something squish unpleasantly under my foot when I take a step, but there aren't any rats scurrying around down here at least. As Ciel Senpai said, these sewers are well-maintained. Our well-maintained public infrastructure. They're a totally different beast to what we found beneath the department store. It isn't the filth down here that's got me on edge anyway. The ceaseless trickling sound of water, the echoing of our shoes, and the impenetrable darkness ahead. Senpai said it'd take about 25 minutes to get beneath our school. 20 minutes. Shit. Right now, ours are the only footsteps that can be heard. Hey, water. The meme's in you. It is what it is. My bro. Senpai is walking a little slower than usual, perhaps out of consideration for me. I don't want to distract her with idle chatter, so I just focus on Senpai's back. I feel like it's gotta be more than 20 minutes since we came in here. She hasn't tried to signal anything to me, and I haven't noticed anything even remotely out of the ordinary. Without even realizing it, I tighten my hold in her hand. I'm scared. Okay. Senpai lets go of my hand and shines her flashlight across the wall. The light reveals that a jagged hole has been punched right through it, and that there seems to be a cave on the other side.
アルクエイドの仕業ですね。こんなところでこんなことをするのはあの考えなしだけでしょ。
なるほど。
I nod in agreement. To Etiquette, this would constitute a meticulous and detailed investigation.
これ、奥に部屋があるんですか？
そのようですね。下水地図にはこんな場所に部屋はありませんでしたが、罠はありませんね。中に入ります。
It seems Senpai has some way of knowing it's safe without even setting foot inside. We enter, picking our way across the shattered lumps of concrete. Inside is a small cave. The floor is paved with stone, and the walls are rough-hewn rock. There is a faint light shining down from the ceiling. I have seen something like this before. Oh. It looks exactly like that chamber deep beneath the department store. In which case... Sure enough, there it is. In the center of the cave, right beneath where the light is filtering down from above, is a 2-meter-long altar. On top of it is a coffin made of stone, the lid of which someone seems to have ripped off. Senpai's walked over to the coffin. I follow her to see what's inside. As expected,
Inside the stone coffin lies a single dead body. I say dead body, but really all that remains are enough bones to suggest that something human-shaped once lay here. Its ribs are the only vaguely recognizable thing left. Its heart was most likely ripped out in a single blow. So this is the fate of the vampire called Roa. Killed by Etiquette. These scraps are all that remain of the vampire who had infiltrated this city.
そんなことは。
先輩
Senpai's acting strange. I was dead. It doesn't really matter how it happened. It seems like the sort of thing she should be happy about. And yet she's shaking like a child that's come face to face with their own nightmares. I mean, it all resurrects, so, we still don't know who the host is. Though I feel like it may be Shiki.
どうしたんですかそんな怖い顔して
With all the, sus things happening.
ロアってやつはもういないんでしょならこれで万事解決じゃないですか
I find it hard to stomach the fact that Senpai doesn't have a reason to stick around in the city anymore. But that's really only a me problem. In the grand scheme of things, this is the best thing that could have happened, and yet Senpai's leaning her hand on the coffin to try and stop herself from collapsing.
違うんです。ロアが死んでいる状況は間違っている。これじゃ道理に合わない。
About to get stabbed? I don't know. Something's gonna happen.
転生体が死亡すれば、ロアは次の転生先に移動する。彼を通常の手段で殺しきることはできません。でも、その町を汚染しているロアの転生体さえ消してしまえば、少なくとも町に根付いた下級の使徒は全滅する。だから、もしこれが本当にロアの遺体なら、この町に死者が残っているはずがないんです。
Unless... I think back to what Etiquette told me about the vampire ranks. I'm pretty sure she mentioned something along those lines. She said that the dead, vampires rank 3 and below, return to being corpses the moment their sire is defeated. Oh shit, my throat.
でもそれは下級の使徒だけの話でしょ3階艇より上の吸血鬼ならロアがいなくなっても自分の意志で行動するって
Yeah, that must be it. Take the vampires in that underground garage, for instance. They were definitely all above rank 3. Everything can still be explained even if Roa's dead.
ニュースはありましたか？テレビでもネットでもいい。ここ数日で身元不明の遺体を発見したというニュースはありましたか？
Nope.
ロア、親である使徒が消滅したのなら、その時点で隠蔽されていた事件が明るみになる。使徒討伐において町がまだ平穏であること、それ自体が何も解決していない証拠なんです。
じゃあそこにあるロアの遺体は偽物で、ロアのやつは？
そう。使徒ロアはまだこの町にいる。
え？ノエル？
いいえ。初めからずっと同じ体にいたんじゃないかしら。ねえ、そう思わない？当の四季君？
A woman's voice echoes through the stone room. Hello, Noelle. What are you doing here? When I turn around, I see Noelle-sensei. Huh? Dressed in her habit, standing in the entrance we just came through. Hello.
四季君を尾行していたら、とんでもない場所に案内してもらっちゃった。それがロアの棺？今の話じゃもう何の意味もないゴミ箱みたいだけど。
The woman enters the stone room, her halberd already in hand. It's such a threatening sight that my whole body is on edge. We still don't know what happened with Ciel as well in that room at the end. She was like, is she pregnant? Is she pregnant with Roa's reincarnation? I don't know. A lot of unexplained things that I maybe is a thing. I don't know. Ad time? Oh no, stupid Twitch ads. Pergorante? Maybe. I have a suspicion. I can't see myself calling her sensei at this point. The gruesome scene at the abandoned factory flashes before my eyes. Her blatantly fake smile, her unabashed hatred and hostility, her vile gaze, always on the lookout for an opportunity to swing her weapon down on someone. Right now, they're all trained squarely on me. I hide my knife behind my sleeve so that Noelle doesn't notice I'm holding it. Shifting my weight onto my feet, I ready myself against a surprise attack. Yes, Ciel. No! Ciel? No, Noelle. Ciel is our waifu. Noelle is this bitch. Seeing me do this, the woman just looks at me with amusement.
でも、さすがシエルさんね。こんな逃げ場のない場所に標的をおびき出すなんて、相変わらず手際がいいわ。ほら、早く始めましょう。入り口は私が押さえるから、あなたはそこの吸血鬼を殺してあげて。
Ciel Senpai flinches when Noelle calls out to her. She has a side ponytail of it. Hopefully. She weakly slumps her shoulders, then slowly turns to face me. A look of pity in her eyes. My mind goes blank. I can't follow this conversation at all. I can't even begin to try to understand it. Yeah, I think that they think that I'm, you know, the bad one. Which does make sense. I've had my suspicions that Ro's reincarnation is us. Because of all the stuff that's been happening. But, you know. What on earth did they just say to each other?
まだ分かってないの？それとも分かってない演技？まあどっちでもいいんだけど、物証も取れたし、今なら真相もやってこないし、ようやく年貢の納め時よね。
I mean, you've got proof. Huh?
こんな結果になっちゃったのは残念だけど、ま、8割方分かっていたことだから悲しくもないか。それじゃバイバイ。あなたの悪運もここまでよ。吸血鬼。
何？
What the hell is she talking about? I don't understand. My legs feel weak. My fingers are trembling so much that I almost dropped my hidden knife.
シエル先輩。
I reflexively call out to her, but my voice sounds like that of a sinner begging for forgiveness. Senpai awkwardly avoids meeting my gaze. It's as if she's saying that the woman spouting all this nonsense is correct.
あのさ、いつまでも被害者面しないでもらえないかな。
I fucking hate this bitch. Oh my god.
この付近でロアの転生先に該当する家柄は遠野家だけ。その遠野家には長男と長女がいたけど、次の転生先は男子であることだけは分かってた。だから必然、君が今代のロアなわけ。
But we already know from the previous route that the current Roa was part of the was already the eldest son. It's not us.
こんなこといちいち言わなきゃわからない。
We're just adopted.
バカなことは言わないでくれ。俺は吸血鬼なんかじゃないし、ロアなんてやつも知らない。
Her accusation is so absurd that it snaps me out of my paralysis. I mean, I feel pretty sure I'd at least notice if I were a vampire. So no, he's adopted yet.
I guess he doesn't remember in this route yet. But yeah. But it is a thing that we have to take into account with this. Which is why I assume we have to do that route first. I'm one of the people who hunts them. There's absolutely no world in which I'm on their side.
あれもしかして本当に気づいてなかった？四季君たらそこまで見事にシエルさんと同じなわけ？
え？
あっちゃー。これはちょっと悪いことしちゃったな。
The woman in the habit ducks her head slightly and covers her mouth with her hand. Her back is quivering softly. She's holding her breath as though trying to contain something. An unsettling sound slips out from between her closed lips. Will removes her hand from her mouth, as though announcing she can't hold it in anymore, and turns to face me. Oh.
それでこそロアの生まれ変わりよね。最後まで自分が無実だなんて思い込んでるとか、無様すぎてワクワクしちゃう。
え？何がおかしいんだ、あんた。
Yeah, she's a bit fucking insane. I tightly grasp my knife and glare at the woman. I'm Rose reincarnation? No way. That's absolutely impossible. Where's the proof? I don't know if she's joking or what, but if she is, then she's got a sick sense of humor.
もう必死になって可愛いんだから。
Yeah, I hope she gets a chunk of knife soon. I don't like her.
でもそういうものらしいよ。ロアの転生先になった人間はみんな自分を保ったままある日あっさり変わるんだって。ねえ、そうでしょシエルさん。そもそもあなたは自分をまともだと思っていたの？
No.
ナイフ一本で人間を解体できる力は何？常人離れした判断力は？いくら吸血鬼だからって人間だったものをあっさり殺してしまえる価値観はまともだと言えるのかしら？
Wait. You're being very contradicting. Who? What do you mean? Do you not have a problem with killing something that used to be human? You do the same fucking thing. And you do it laughing. Oh my god. Red fireworks blossom behind my retinas.
いい加減自覚したら？
I thought she was sexy in the well. Did I? I don't know. I hate her.
あなたは人殺しを何とも思わない。いえ、殺人だけが得意な非人間なのよ。あなた自身が気がついていないだけで、本当はとっくの昔に死んでいる気の狂った殺人鬼なんだって。
That's not... I want to deny it. I want to say it's not true. But now that I think about it, when I did come to accept something so freakish as these mystic eyes as an ordinary part of everyday life...
違う。くだらない言いがかりはやめてくれ。それ以上はノエル先生でも許せない。
ええ、許せなくていいわよ。私も絶対に許さないし、逃がさないから。
It happens in the blink of an eye. She lets her right hand dangle loose at her side, whips it up again behind her. A similar motion to a baseball pitcher winding up for a sidearm throw. When her hand comes back up, it's clutching a sword handle. Oh no, she's gonna swing a key at us! She swings her right arm, sending the weapon in her hand, hurtling towards me. It's not like I couldn't see it coming. Noelle's throw is incredibly slow compared to Senpai's.
But being the target of a weapon designed to kill vampires just doesn't feel real. I can't process how I should react. Should I dodge it? Should I parry it? Even though my thoughts are clear, I still can't decide. Because dodging it would mean accepting that I'm a target for them. And that would be crazy. It wouldn't make any sense. I'm not a vampire or anything like that. So there's no way I'd be their target. Therefore, there's no need for me to dodge anything. I stand frozen in place, fettered by my own twisted logic. The tip of her weapon makes contact with my chest. In order to prove my innocence, I hereby put an end to this life. Oh! Oh! Senpai! That was close. At the very last moment, Senpai deflected the black key, speeding towards my chest. Senpai steps in front of me, putting her face to face with Noel.
下がりなさい、代行者ノエル。彼がロアである確証は取れていません。今はロアの消滅の確認を先にすべきです。
は？何を言ってるの？確証なんて十分すぎるほど取れたでしょ。もうこの町に彼以外のロア候補はいないって。
早計すぎます。それに彼はまだ何の罪も犯していない。無実の者を殺めることは許されません。
A sharp, incongruous sound echoes through the room. The woman staring vacantly at Senpai has just given herself a slap across the cheek. Even with her palm still resting on her face, the woman doesn't take her eyes off Senpai. Her cheek isn't the only thing obscured by her hand. It's spread across her whole face, her fingers messily kneading and scrunching up her skin. She's like a child that's been scared out of her wits by a nightmare, and is sobbing and pawing at their face with her hands. Will you play you can't play this rule first. It's locked behind completion of the other one. Oh, she angry. The woman squares her shoulders. Ciel Senpai just looks at her, a pained expression on her face.
無実ですって？何言ってんのあんた。今まで散々疑わしきは罰してきたくせに、なんでこいつだけ見逃してやるって言うのよ。
Clutching her halberd with both hands, the woman charges at me. I'm the only one she sees. Paying no attention to Senpai, she gives up her position in front of the exit so she can spring forward, swing her halberd down and cleave me in two. But it doesn't connect. She slid past Senpai only to be promptly kicked in the side and sent flying into the wall. Ooh. She props herself up, coughing violently. Her hands are empty. That kick just now snapped the handle of her halberd in two, knocking it right out of her grip.
落ち着きなさい、代行者ノエル。あなたの行動は明らかな戒律違反です。先ほどの暴挙は見逃しますから。
かばうの？
What just occurred has marked a conclusive schism between the two. I can't see her face, but even I can tell how conflicted Senpai is. The woman across from her, Senpai's inner turmoil must be written clear across her face.
何それ？何なのよそれ。のぼせ上がるのも大概にしろって言うのよ。あの代行者シエルがこんなどこにでもいそうなガキ相手に、まさか情とか映してるんじゃないでしょうね。
私の個人的感情とは別の話です。仮に彼がそうであったとしても、まだ発言していないのなら間に合うかもしれない。ロアに上書きされる前に助ける手段が
ないわよ。転生先に選ばれた時点で終わりってもう結論が出てるじゃない。吸血鬼に情は無用でしょ。いつだってそうしてきたでしょ。相手が何であれロアともども殺すだけだって あんたはいつも言ってたじゃない。
Yeah, she gets very angry.
それは
Strength fades from Senpai's body. Up until now, she's never shown even a sign of weakness, regardless of the circumstances. But now she looks like just an ordinary girl her age. There's a good chance that Noelle recognizes just how sinful a display that really is.
俺と相手は別だってわけ。すっごい愛らしすぎて泣けてくる。ねえ、もしかしてあんたも私もバカじゃないの？
お？
いいえ、違うのよね。もしかしなくても初めから私だけがバカだったわけ。
With bloodshot eyes, the woman grips a black key in her hand. Her eyes aren't locked on me anymore.
ふざけやがって。あんたの食材は何もかも嘘じゃない。
Three black keys come soaring through the air. Ciel Senpai deflects them with a swing of her right arm.
それなら
The woman is well aware just how outmatched she is. The three black keys she launched by pushing her left hand to its very limit are nothing more than a diversion. The brunt of her attack is actually the cremation rite, concealed in her right. She had put her everything into this last, desperate gambit, hoping to unleash the black key on me while I stood around in a daze. Except she never even got a chance to carry it out. Because the instant those three black keys left her hand, her right shoulder was skewered by one of Ciel Senpai's black keys. Yeah! There's a flash of light followed by ear-splitting screams of anguish. The black key launched the woman's right shoulder and unleashes a jolt of electricity that rips through all of the tissue in her body. The weapon designed to subdue rather than eliminate doesn't so much as scorch her skin, even as it lays waste to the muscles that lie underneath. Unable to stay on her feet, Noelle collapses to all fours and glares up at Ciel Senpai. Her eyes are clouded by anger, as well as by the kind of terror felt by the weak when confronted with proof of their inadequacy. Senpai walks over to retrieve her fallen black key. Noelle must have thought that she was coming to deliver the finishing blow as she desperately tries to squirm away from her. She's like an insect whose legs have been plucked off, pitifully wiggling around on its back. She trembles with fear, her lips frantically mouthing, "Please don't kill me."
立ち去りなさい、シスターノエル。今夜の件はその傷で不問とします。支部に戻り手当てを受けなさい。その右腕はあなたでは癒せない。回復した後は、周りを司祭代行の指示に従うように。
She lets out a blood-curdling groan. Noelle somehow manages to stand by propping herself up against the wall with her left hand, then starts to leave the cave, dragging her paralyzed leg behind her. She glares at Senpai until she's completely out of sight, her eyes wet with tears. With the departure of the unexpected intruder, the cave regains its earlier stillness. The silence is heavy. I can't get Noelle Sensei's words out of my head. Senpai just stares down into the coffin, a pained expression on her face.
先輩、ノエル先生の言ってたことは、
I can't bring myself to finish that sentence. Because even if it really is just a bunch of baseless drivel, she still believed that it was true. The conditions Roa has for choosing a body to reincarnate into. You may not have realized it yet yourself. I definitely do meet all the criteria. So then, does that mean?
それはありえません。まったく遠野くんまで本気にしないでください。ノエル先生の言い分はあくまで可能性の話で、現実的とは言えません。だいたいロアはここで死んでいるんですから、それでいいじゃないですか。
でもロアは遠野家の長男だって。
ええ、それは確かです。だってここで死んでいる遺体がその長男なんですから。
長男ってそのミイラが、
ミイラ？まあミイラですけど、私の調べでは遠野家にはもう一人子供が、養子がいたんですよ。7年前に死亡したと記録にはありますが、おそらく秘密裏に生き延び、ここでロアとして活動していたのでしょう。
じゃあそいつは遠野家の養子だったのか。
間違いなく。そうでなければ死体の数が合いませんから。遠野くんは覚えがありませんか？遠野の家にいた子供のはずなんですが。
いえ、それが。すみません、ちょっと記憶にないです。
Don't lie.
親父が養子を取っていたこと自体初耳でした。
そうですか。遠野家も古い家柄ですから、叩けば埃が出るのでしょうけど。ああ、そういえば遠野名義でオフィス街の土地売買で不自然なお金の流れがありましたっけ。あれなんかいかにも非合法スレスレな感じでしたが。
ちょっと待ってください。親父はともかく秋葉にやましいところなんかありませんから。養子のことだって秋葉は知らないだろうし。
おやおや、こんな時でも妹さんを立てるとは感心です。家ではさぞ頼りにされているお兄さんと見ました。
あ、いえ、それはその
I have zero faith in the idea that I'm somehow reliable.
そのあたりの事実関係は今後の調査ですね。下級使徒の遺体が出てこないのは気になりますが、思い返してみればデパート地下の件がありました。グローブが暴れたことで下級使徒の大部分は瓦礫に埋もれたのでしょう。
It's true, it's true.
繰り返しますが、遠野くんがロアのはずがないんです。今日だって普通に学校に来ていたでしょ。ロアは使徒なんですから、太陽の下には出歩けません。
あ、
It seems obvious now that she said it.
じゃあノエル先生の考えはただの的外れってこと
でしょうね。まったく早とちりにも程があります。遠野くんは遠野くんです。ちょっと特別な目があるだけの危なっかしくて放っておけない男の子ですよ。
With her usual smile, Senpai tells me the one thing I wanted to hear the most. I feel the unease that had settled over my shoulders melt away. Oh, collapse time. As I take a breath, I start to feel slightly anemic. I'd numb myself to it because of all the crazy things that keep happening, but it seems like I've hit the limits of what my body can take.
あとはこの遺体の処理ですね。
It's true, Lula, it's true. Noelle is crazy.
焼却処理しますから、遠野くんは離れていてください。
I follow Senpai's instructions. She waits for me to exit back into the sewers, then burns Rora's corpse to ashes along with the coffin in which it lay. It's a little anticlimactic, to say the least. A vampire who terrorized the city for who knows how many years has finally met his end in some forgotten corner of the sewer. Of course, since he's achieved immortality through reincarnation, this doesn't mean Roa's gone for good. Nevertheless, the threat that had taken root in this city is gone. With this, the vampire incident has finally been put to rest. The moon hangs in the sky overhead. Senpai didn't say so much as a word the whole time we were on the way back through the sewers. As I stare at her back, I think about the inevitability that's now staring me straight in the face. Ro is gone. My partnership with Etiquette has come to an end. If Ciel Senpai's objective was to eliminate Roa, then there's no longer a reason for her to stay here. I grit my teeth to prevent my frustration from boiling over. I always knew that this was inevitable. But never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that it would be so soon. I want Senpai to stay. I want her to stay, but there isn't even a single thing I can do to make that a reality. I steal a glance at Senpai's face. I wonder what she's planning to do from now on.
Tono-kun.
I need to challenge my tracker. It's dying. Okay. Senpai suddenly stops and addresses me.
何ですか、先輩。
I tense my stomach as I respond, as if bracing myself to withstand the words that I'm likely to hear. Even while preparing for the worst, I try to keep my voice as light-hearted and natural as possible.
いえ、ただの市場なのですが。その、昼間の話の続きをしていいですか？
Continue our discussion? The one about Senpai's body?
全然いいですけど、その先輩の体がアルクエイドみたいってことですか？
Senpai nods, still facing away from me. A moment passes in silence. She takes a deep breath and begins to speak.
もしもの話ですよ。遠野くんは違うと言いましたけど、私が本当に吸血鬼だったらどうしますか？
My mind instantly goes blank. I can't even begin to think what Senpai is getting at here.
私は彼女と同じなんです。彼女が経験のない吸血鬼であるように、私は自覚のない吸血鬼なのかもしれない。
Senpai almost seems as if she's talking to herself. I'm speechless. Inexperienced as I am, I can't offer any words to comfort her nor any rebuttal to what I'm being told. Even so, I can understand that Senpai's laying her heart bare to me right now. I can't respond to something like that with a lie. Right now, all I can do is tell her my true and honest feelings.
いいです、そんなの。
え？
だから、いいって言ったんです。たとえ吸血鬼でも、俺は先輩が好きだよ。
Senpai spins around to face me. The reaction was sudden, like a child startled by a splash of cold water that landed on their back.
そうですか？吸血鬼に例えたのは別の意図だったのですが、その、私を信じられるかどうかといった。事件も解決しましたし、遠野くんの記憶を消すかどうか決めなくてはいけないので。
そうですよね。そういう話ですよね。もちろん信じます。っていうか、先輩の秘密はちゃんと守ります。
Senpai blushes, but there's no doubt that my face is even more red than hers. Ah, crap. I really need to read the mood before I open my mouth.
とにかく、俺にとってシエル先輩は何があってもシエル先輩ってことです。それより早く帰りましょう。
I nervously start talking to hide my embarrassment. But something I say snaps me right back, down to earth. Accidental spaghetti spilled! Oh no. 5-second rule. Go back. Where would Senpai go back to? My feelings run cold. I hang my head, too scared to look Senpai in the face.
遠野くん。
I hear Senpai's voice. When I hear a calm and emotionless voice, I accept the fact that I can't run away anymore.
何？
I respond without looking up.
私が何のためにこの町に来たか。
もちろん。ロアを退治するためです。
ええ。けど、その理由までは話していませんでした。本当は今夜、二人で町に出た時にお話ししようと思ってたんですけど、なんか。
そうですね。拍子抜けするぐらい、あっけなく終わりました。
Still, it was only a matter of time. The fact that happened so soon was just thanks to a string of unexpected coincidences.
けど、先輩がロアを追っていたのは、教会の仕事だったからでしょう。
ええ。私の所属しているチームは、なんていうか、あんまり仕事がないんです。あっても年に数回、ちょっと呼び出される程度で。ですから今回の件は、私の独断なんです。私は教会の指示ではなく、自分の意思でこの町にやってきました。
先輩の意思？
はい。私は自分の事情だけで行動していました。私は人間として死にたいからずっとロアを追っていたんです。私の体がこんなになってしまったのは彼に原因がありましたから。
I see. She wants to die. Wants to die? That's...
それだけのために私はこうして生きながらえてきました。けどそれも終わりです。代行者になってから6年間、長かったのか短かったのかよくは分かりませんけど。
Her emotionless voice trails off. As I stare at the floor, I see Senpai's hand poke into my field of view.
顔を上げてください。最後は笑顔で。と言ったのは遠野くんの方ですよ。
Senpai's hand grasps mine. Her smile is the same one I've seen time and time again. An unsurpassed smile that warms my melancholy heart.
遠野くんには感謝しています。私の仕事はこれでおしまいです。あとは残った自分の責任を果たさなくちゃいけません。
先輩、やっぱり。
Going to leave now?
記憶を消そうと思ったけどやめます。遠野くんには嫌われたくありませんから。今までありがとうございました。私こんなに嬉しかったの久しぶりです。ですから最後に握手しましょう。
So that's why she held her hand out to me. Kiss? I want them to! They should chew. Come on, do the chew. This can't be... There's no way, you know. That's over. Come on. I reciprocate her grasp, closing my fingers around the hand that had enveloped mine. My chest feels like it's about to burst. What else can I do? There's nothing that I can do to repay her other than firmly return her handshake.
それではお別れです。ですね。私がいなくなっても、乾くんと仲良くしてくださいね。私、遠野くんと乾くんみたいな学生になりたかった。あとですね。あんまりメガネを外しちゃダメですよ。得意なものは得意なものを引き寄せるんです。今回は解決しましたけど、次はどうなるかわからないんですから。
はい、それは知ってます。昔厳しく教えてくれた人がいましたから。そもそもですね、俺がメガネを外したのはここ最近の話ですよ。
そうですか。それを聞いて安心しました。
I can no longer feel Senpai's fingers. Our handshake over, we each take a few steps back. We're far enough apart that even if I reached out my arm, I wouldn't be able to touch her.
先輩、また会えますか?
I know it won't change anything, but I can't help asking.
もちろん縁があればきっと。だって私も遠野くんもまだ生きているんですから。
I see. She's right, of course. So long as we're alive, there's always a chance we'll be lucky enough to meet again someday. Even if our relationship was based on a chance encounter that wasn't destined to happen at all.
もうちょっとだけお話がしたかったけど、キリがないからここまでにします。遠野くんにはこんなのばっかりですね。
Senpai gives me a bashful smile and turns around.
それじゃあさようなら。帰り道迷わないように気をつけて。
No. I couldn't say anything in response. Couldn't do anything to stop her either. The girl has been constantly chasing after these past few days. Fades away like a dream. She leaves behind nothing but a feeling of emptiness in my chest.
そっか。今になってようやくわかった。
And yet, my heart feels at ease. I don't feel depressed like I did yesterday. Nor am I wallowing in self-hatred. From the very beginning, I'd understood on some level that we could never be together. We don't live in the same world or even the same era. Everyone, no matter who they are, has to say goodbye at some point. The reason it had felt so painful before is because we hadn't properly said our farewells. But this time is different. I was able to say goodbye to Senpai with a smile on my face. It's thanks to that I can be so calm. I feel like I needed to be able to have that peace of mind.
戻ろう。いつまでもここにはいられない。
So sad. After telling myself that, I forced my legs to start walking. This long night has come to an end. All that remains is for me to let everything fade away and return to the ordinary life I've led up to this point. My trip back to the mansion is uneventful. It's past 9 o'clock. I've missed curfew by over an hour.
お帰りなさいませ、四季さん。お疲れでなければ何よりです。今日は幾分遅いお帰りになりましたが、お体の具合はいかがですか?
Kawaku-san is waiting for me in the lobby. She must have noticed me buzzing in through the main gate and come out to greet me.
ただいま、琥珀さん。それとごめん。ちょっと使用で遅くなっただけで、具合を悪くしたとかじゃないんです。
いえ、無事に帰ってきていただけたのならいいんです。ご夕飯でしたらすぐにご用意いたしますので、今の方でお待ちいただければ。
あ、今には秋葉はいる。
I'm not worried about the fact that I broke curfew. It's more that I can't get what Noelle Sensei told me out of my head. And I'm not sure if I could face Akiha right now.
いえいえ、秋葉様でしたらお部屋の方に戻られていますので、どうかご安心くださいな。
I see.
いや、そういうわけじゃないんだけど。あのさ、琥珀さん。この家に、俺と秋葉以外の兄弟がいたって話、聞いたことがある。
四季さんと秋葉様以外のご子息様ですか？そういった話はないと思いますよ。どうしたんですか、四季さん。何かあったんですか？
いや、ただ俺に兄貴がいたかもしれないって、そんな話を聞いてさ。 ちょっと記憶に自信がなくて。
四季さんと明葉様は二人きりの兄弟ですよ。
That's not true.
幼い頃からお屋敷で働いている私が言うんですから、間違いはありません。
Kohaku-san gives me a triumphant smile. I see. So Kohaku-san has been here ever since we were children. Wait, what?
琥珀さん、昔からここで働いてたんですか？
はい、見習いとしてですが、翡翠ちゃんと一緒に簡単なお手伝いをさせていただいておりました。何分昔のお話ですから、四季さんが覚えていらっしゃらないのは当然だと思います。
いや、でも会っているなら少しは覚えているべきですけど。
I'm ashamed of how forgetful I am.
それは仕方のないことです。昔の遠野邸はご来賓の方も多かったですし、何より子供の頃の話ですから。今ですらこんな大きなお屋敷なんですよ。子供の視点では果てのない迷路のように思えたものです。この本館だけでも覚えきれなかったのに、今はもう取り壊されたテニスコート横の迎賓館や植物園、ご親戚の方々も滞在していましたし、あの頃誰がどこにいたのかを把握していたのは、それこそご当主であらせられた牧久様だけかと存じます。
そうですね。言われてみれば確かに。
I remember being warned never to go to the second floor alone as a child, because it was dangerous, and getting scolded for getting too close to the guest house. In a mansion this large, it's pretty plausible that there were people I never ran into the whole time I was living here.
そうですとも。明葉様がお忙しいので今はお暇を出されていますが、乗馬用の馬屋もあったんですから。あの頃のお庭は毎日がお祭りのようで大変楽しゅうございました。
Kohaku-san leaves for the kitchen, a nostalgic smile playing across her face.
俺より年上で何年も前に死んだ養子か。
No. Kohaku-san is right. There's no point thinking any more about it. They were chosen as Ro's vessel, transformed into a vampire, left the mansion and kept on living beneath the city. No matter how much I rack my brain, it won't help me remember anything about who they could have been.
明葉が知らないなら無理に伝える必要はないよな。もう終わったことなんだから。
Muttering to myself, I head for the living room. I'm not hungry, but I should still make sure I eat to try, and at least take the edge off my exhaustion. After finishing dinner and taking a bath, I get into bed. I cover myself with the blankets, then stare vacantly up at the ceiling. Falling asleep always used to make me feel a little uneasy, but it feels like being embraced by a sense of pure liberation. It's liberation born from a sense of loss, but a release all the same. It's over. Scars and memories will remain, but with this, it's all over. From tomorrow on, I'll be back to living life as an ordinary student, just as I did before. I've had enough of all this killing. It's time to forget. Forget about everyone. And starting tomorrow, I shake my head to clear away the vision that flashed before my eyes. She's already gone. It's not like I could have kept her here with nothing but the power of my own selfish thoughts.
くそ。そんなわけ。
Senpai and I have always belonged to two different worlds. That's why I'd convinced myself that it was for the best if we parted ways. I didn't want her to hate me, so I tried to show her that I understood this had to be the end. But just look at me now. Farewells don't hurt if you say them with a smile. What a crock of shit. Could I ever forget the time I spent with her? I'd known it was going to hurt this much.
just had to erase my memory.
バカか。俺は。
Oh. It's true, he do be having withdrawals. I banished that sulking thought from my mind. Enough. I just need to sleep. I'm sure that by tomorrow I'll have resigned myself to the way things are. I'll submit myself to sleep once again, knowing as always there's no guarantee I'll ever awake, so that all these feelings can be scraped away, and I can greet the morning with open arms. Holding tight to this belief, I entrust my body and mind to oblivion. Oh shit. Following a gas explosion of unknown cause, this crater is all that's left of the park. The police have cordoned it off, but their investigation has been on hold ever since, leaving this mountain of rubble a blind spot nestled within the city. Noelle flees across the barren land, her breath coming in short, painful bursts. What's happening? From best girl to worst girl now. With one of her legs paralyzed from the electric shock and unable to move properly, she crawls her way down the sloping rubble. Her cheeks are smeared with mud, her habit is in tatters, and the gaping wound in her right shoulder has turned gangrenous. It would be difficult to picture a more unseemly sight. Anyone in the know would surely think she was a low-ranking dead apostle if they saw her. Possibly even one of the dead. The lowest rank of all. She looks so downtrodden. If you told someone that mere hours earlier she'd been an executor, they wouldn't be able to believe it. What happened? She steps on an unfortunately placed piece of debris, causing its fragile balance to collapse and sending her tumbling to the bottom like a garbage bag that's been tossed to the curb. Ew, spider. Gross. She stifles the scream threatening to spill from her mouth. Even though she knows there's nobody coming after her, she won't let herself cry out. Because she's run away from all sorts of things. From her executor partner. From the order to appear in front of the insolent acting presbyter. And now, a voracious thirst for blood that burns in her throat. Eee! Why focus on that? Gross. She can't help but weep, unable to bear the pain in her shoulder. If she went to the church's local branch, she could receive treatment for her wounds, but that's one thing she could never do. Having her body examined in its current state would be tantamount to suicide for her. The pain in her shoulder is excruciating, like it could rot and fall off at any moment. It, together with her burning thirst, wreaks havoc with her mind. A normal human would find themselves hard-pressed to do anything more than simply endure the pain she's in. However, despite her dire situation, the only thing that fills Noelle's thoughts is hatred for her. She strikes the ground with one hand. With one hand, she's still able to move. As she steeps in anguished frustration, she thinks back on the battle that just took place. The fight was over in an instant. She knew she never stood a chance in a head-to-head battle against her. That's why if she was going to fight, she had to settle it with the opening strike. She decided that she'd pretend to aim for Ciel, while instead targeting the boy behind her. And yet, she wasn't even able to do that. In that case... Oh man, I'm older. She had thrown the black keys with all her might, but they had still been blocked. Despite secretly hoping they'd find their mark, she knew there was no chance they would. It was her next attack that was supposed to deal with the finishing blow, but the fight was suddenly over before it had even begun. In that moment, her mind was flooded with despair, so intense it bordered on self-flagellation. When? How? Didn't even see her move. I'm not talking about a difference in ability here, sure. Ever since I met her 6 years ago, I've known that I'm no match for her, but still, I believe that after giving it my very best that I've at least narrowed that gap a little. But the gap is even bigger now that it was 6 years ago. Compared with her, I'm nothing but a worm. Stand down, Sister Noelle. That's what she'd said. Sister. The gall of that bitch. She'd been rejecting Noelle, both as an executor and as her disciple. That's fine. She's painfully aware that she's lost her way. And even if Tonoshiki had never entered the picture, this day still would have come sooner or later. Still. She lets out a strangled cry of resentment. She can't believe Ciel's audacity. She'll never forgive that unsightly display. Now is when she exposes her weak and vulnerable side and displays such humanity. After all this, she'll never, ever forgive such treachery. Noelle had always been able to bear it up until now. She was jealous of Ciel's genius, but she'd managed to make it through those 6 long years by clinging to the belief that Ciel was nothing more than a slave, someone even lower than herself. So then what the hell was that? She's a hero. She isn't even human anymore. Once she'd been convinced of that idea, she'd been able to put aside her desire for revenge. But what if it had all been a lie? If that inhuman behavior of hers had been an act, if she'd longed for happiness inside her heart, if she'd experienced that all too human suffering, then that would be the ultimate act of betrayal. She cast it all away? Her atonement for everything she did to Noelle? Her atonement for everything she had ruined? If she can laugh from the bottom of her heart, how could she ever deserve to be forgiven? That snake was only ever forgiven on account of her superhuman capabilities. Because she wasn't human, Noelle could overlook the sin she had committed. But if she is human after all, then she absolutely cannot be forgiven. Punishment upon sin, retribution upon evil, even greater cruelty upon cruelty. Ciel must now be punished for her deeds.
なのに何もできない。強いからって幸せになるの？私は弱いからこのまま死ねっていうの？悔しい。私があいつよりもっと強かったら。
If she were, she'd be able to mete out retribution. She laments that she cannot be the one to take that Iron Maiden, the wind-up doll that does nothing but fight, and put her in her place. She continues to vigorously claw at the ground, heedless of the fact that her nails had been ripped out, and the tips of her fingers had already been ground away. She begs for salvation. Salvation for herself, and for a fitting end to befall her. The former executor dedicates herself wholeheartedly to her litany of curses. Of course, hers are supposed to be dedications to the Lord. She has already completely forgotten that one. And that one does not pray about earthly matters, and certainly not for the one's own salvation.
でもそれが大変いいのです。
あら私、
その祈りだけで十分おかずにできちゃいそう。
Oh no. What's she doing here? Sensing another person has suddenly appeared, she looks over her shoulder. By this point, her fate is already set in stone.
はーい、こんばんは。こんなところに隠れ家を作ってるなんていけない子ね。
え？
ま、そのあたりはどうでもいいけど。なに？ノエルちゃんは強くなれればそれでいいの
Oh? Noel's having trouble keeping up with what's happening. It's true that she'd set up camp here to avoid acting Presbyter's prying eyes. Not even Ciel found out about this place. So how on earth did this woman know?
来ないで。誰よ、あなた。
私は通りすがりの善人よ。ノエルちゃんにちなんでスクルージとか名乗ってもいいんだけど、私キャロルはなんか嫌いなのだわ。
What is she doing here? What's she gonna do?
あれ、強者が弱者になっちゃう話じゃない？愛が足りないんだってば、愛が。その点私はラブ大サービス。弱者を強者にするのがライフワークなの。どう？今なら底辺で出会った記念にあなたを強くしてあげるけど。
Everything she said is so absurd that Noel finds herself smiling. This nonsensical stranger is so patently comical that she completely lets her guard down.
ふざけないでよ。何も知らないくせに何気軽に歌ってるのよ。強くなれるのならとっくになって。私みたいな凡人じゃあの天才には何をやったってかなわない。
Anger and frustration well up from the bottom of her heart. She vents the feelings that have been building inside her for the last in reality, the last 13 years.
何をやったって？
え？
今、そう言ったのかしら。
What the fuck is this smug ass face? It's like a switch has been flipped inside her. The woman in the lab coat advances on the girl, groveling on the floor, her heels clicking with each step she takes.
あなたはまだ何もしていない。
Oh.
ただ生きてきただけ。強くなる努力も工夫も対価も愛も何一つ支払っていない。
I don't like this side of Arak sensei. Her fingers graze the girl's lips. The pale fingers lift Noel's mud-stained face.
でもまだ間に合うわ。ねえ。
You don't think that's smug? That's crazy.
可愛いお嬢さん。
Maybe.
強くなれるのなら本当に何をしてもいいのかしら？
Her reply is barely a whisper, but it contains an undeniable resolve. Though she dreads what the woman's temptations might entail, she agrees. She agrees and seals her fate.
でも、どうやって？
そんなの簡単よ。私があなたを本物の吸血鬼にしてあげる。
Huh?
待って、何言ってるの？吸血鬼にするって。それより本物って。
そう。ほ、ん、も、の。ノエルちゃんたら血を吸われたから使徒化してると思ってるけど、それただの勘違いだから。あなたには使徒になる才能すらない。本当の凡人であることをまだ受け入れてなかったのね。
Damn.
でも安心して。私の方法ならどんな人間も、それこそ虫けらだって吸血鬼にしてあげられるわ。
待って私、汚染されてないの。 だって喉が渇いてこんなに苦しいのに。
ああ、それ、ただの思い込み。あとちょっと風邪気味なだけなんじゃない？
Well scrabbles at the ground, trying to escape, but something slowly weighs her down from behind. Before long, her entire body has been bound hand and foot by white thread. The creature that crawled onto her back runs into its glistening tongue across Noelle's lips. It's like a repulsive spider, revealing in the torment of its captured prey. Oh, arachnid. Okay, I get it. Okay.
さあ、行ってみましょうか。かわいい虫けらさん。
いやー、臨床実験は私も初めてだからドキドキして思わず食べちゃいそう。やめ、お願い、やめて、やだ、吸血鬼になるのだけは死んでもいいやー。
Uh-oh. Her excruciating rebirth is over in a matter of minutes. While the girl's body has undergone a total metamorphosis, her mind remains untouched. Her human senses, intellect, and morals are still in the process of being upgraded to their new vampiric form. Baby ass sounds? What the? Oh. Oh, the sounds coming out of her mouth are a confused mixture of pain and joy. Once upon a time, the girl swore that a vampire was the one thing she would never become. Even now, she clings to that oath. After all, taking revenge on vampires had been her raison d'être. But that too will probably vanish in just a few more minutes. The obsession she had clung to as a human amounted to nothing. Now, a far greater ecstasy courses through her body.
ほら、なってしまえば楽でしょ？そういう姿になったのは予想外だけど、そっか。ノエルちゃんはその頃が一番ノリノリだったってこと？
そうよ。文句ある？
え？
これが私。この姿が私。こうなりたかったのが私。すごく上出来。気に入ったわ。このありがとうって言ってあげる。
お礼は結構事前事業だもの。でもそれだけじゃあの大公社には勝てないわよ。むしろカモになった感じ？
そんなの言われなくても分かっているわ。今の私なら黒剣一本で始末される。
もちろん追加の注射をしなくちゃね。
それはさっきの注射と違うの？
同じものよ。これ一本一本がイデアのレプリカ。一本ごとに使徒の海底を上げる私特製の麻薬ってわけ。
I see.
ただし一本ごとに死の痛みが魂に降りかかっちゃう。痛覚のない人にとって原理の書き換えは死の痛みだもの。命の保証はできないってのが泣きどころかしらね。
There are still 6 syringes left in her hand. The girl understands better than anyone else that her current self corresponds to rank 2. That apostles that reach rank 4 become able to crush most executors. If they keep going and make it to rank 5, their curse is so strong that they can win even against multiple executors acting in concert. Take all 6 at once! No! That'd be painful. That'd be funny though. She's like, yeah, I may just do it all. In which case, 2 or 3 more shots would be enough to set her free, both in body and spirit. If she took all of them, she'd become a rank 8, one step away from the ancestors, the pinnacles of the dead apostles. when not even the true ancestors can lay a finger on. But with each injection, she would die once. Now that she's a dead apostle, it's clear to the girl that her soul cannot withstand that kind of dosage.
一本で1回転。
ええ、それは保証してあげる。さあ、あなたは何本まで試すのかしら？
Her sticky smile taunts the newborn apostle. After a moment's hesitation, the girl snatches all of the oh my god! You were right! Snatches all of the syringes from her hand, with her face disordered by fear. She takes the first needle and jams it into her own heart. Go on! Do them all! Ooh. The pseudo-principle floods her veins. The excruciating agony is incomparable to her earlier transformation. She feels the intense discomfort of being rejected by all of creation. The two forces collide inside her body. Jesus Christ, what the? It's kind of spooky. The syringes are now nothing more than instruments of torture. A hellish trial in which she undergoes transformation after transformation, never satisfied with the results. Second by second, she plunges from abhorrent death to sickening rebirth and back again. Her crimson body convulses in endless pain, unable to so much as scream for help. If she were to look up, she would see no moon, no stars. She is trapped within this hell on earth, fenced in by 8 legs. Her screams continue to echo in the dark, never reaching anyone's ears until her heart finally becomes that of a real vampire. Oh. Don't end the chapter there. Don't end. Fuck. Oh. Epilogue? Huh? There's more than just this one. Shit. I'm probably gonna have to wrap it up here. Fuck! Okay. We're gonna get back to this sooner than we had the gap of last time. So most likely later in the week. Oh! Don't accept performance-enhancing soul rewriting drugs. That's true. Yeah, don't do that. But yeah, I am very excited to see what happens next. But we will wrap it up here. If we do another chapter, it's probably going to be another 3.5 hours. So, yeah, I can't do that. So yeah, thank you all for coming. Hope you all enjoyed. This was pretty good. A lot of interesting things happened. Excited to see what happens next. Good stream. Thank you. But yeah, we'll get back to this. Most likely not tomorrow. So I've got to go do something tomorrow. But Thursday, Friday, maybe. Either one of those days. So yeah. Wrap it up there. So, yeah, hope you all enjoyed. I will post details on Twitter when the next one will come. But it will be soon. We're not taking another 4-month break. Especially after that. So yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye! Wow. Baba Booey Noel became a vampire Chungus.